All right, cool. We are back for another week of TokuTonic Shift without maybe some bad Toku takes or anything like that. But yes, kind of a unexpected week when it comes to Toku news, especially early Tuesday morning, which we'll get into in a bit on that. But yeah, definitely some stuff that happened this week. But first, real quickly, Cloudy, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm actually doing very good. Went to the gym today, got in a couple works out. Saw Arc today. That was very good. Been liking Arc so far. I'm pretty excited for the show. Other than that, really haven't been doing much. Been very busy work week as normal, so it's been a fucking hectic time. Oh, right. In the Discord, there's been a trend of like everyone ranking their top 20 Heisei writers for no particular reason, but that's been happening a lot in the Discord. So,
has it been because a certain someone released?
No. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I ain't trying to start shit. So,
look, I haven't seen the video myself, so I can't judge to his opinions regarding it. But
I mean, everyone has their opinions about everything, but it's nice to like see, everyone's like little reactions to like the top 20 Heiseis. It's pretty cool. If any of you guys are in the Discord, please continue to do that. I'm very interested to see like where people rank the shows that they've seen in order, so to speak. I did mine earlier today.
You know what would be hilarious? You remember back in the day when people would have like those response YouTube videos to things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if I do that with that video?
Do it. I would like. You've never actually done one for another TokuTuber, so yeah.
I've not, so maybe I could.
Do a live reaction video to it. I would like to see that.
Maybe do it on stream.
Yeah, like do it on like maybe next Saturday or this upcoming Saturday, so tomorrow.
That would mean sacrificing the goodness that is power.
I finish that sentence. I know it hurts to not watch Samurai for 1 week. Maybe do it for the fans.
But that would just push it back to be much longer of a wait until we're through with it.
Samurai after. Start off with that one because that way you have your nice, clean, sober reactions, and then we move on.
Maybe you can watch Samurai.
So you mean I'm sacrificing Big Bad Beetleborgs?
Exactly. No, don't sacrifice either of them. Just
it's a really long stream then. It's a really long stream if I do that.
All right, fair. All right, go Ash, go ahead.
Oh, me. Yeah, I'm in good crazy work week. Friday was eventful. I'll have to talk about that off camera. By the end of the stream if I remember to. But yeah, I've been busy with work, editing videos, finale for the Power Ranger comics coming up, so I'm prepping for that. I've nearly completed my Go Power Rangers complete story video. But yeah, I've been pretty chill. Like I watched all of Cobra Kai season 6 part 1 last night and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I forgot that was out. I've been in like cosplay like mindset the last like couple of days, but I'm probably going to check it out tomorrow.
It's only 5 episodes, so not a lot. I think they're just doing 5 episode batches.
The issue with Cobra Kai is like the way they typically end an episode makes you instantly go, I gotta watch the next episode. Next thing you know, you watch the entire thing. It's literally a show that's designed to be binged. The sad part about it is since it is binged by everybody within that first weekend, the hype and the talk of it kind of dies down for a good portion of it.
No, and that's what happened to me. I was like, finally 5 episodes. I guess I can stay up till midnight watching the entire show. And that's what I did.
Real quick, I don't know why you're asking this because he's not on the panel, but Axel Synchro for $2 was asking, wow, Deno, what do you think about Zio and Vice? Well, it'd be nice to ask him, but he's been kind of MIA since Rainbow Road has been a no-show.
So, Rainbow Road has been permanently closed. Maybe until we get that, Grand Prix.
Maybe if you wish really, really hard enough, then Rainbow Road might appear. Maybe if you just use the power of dreams and imagination. Maybe summon some of that Ultraman Arc powers because his arc in itself is a Rainbow Road on its own. So it could be.
Maybe the real Rainbow Road, it lives inside of us.
Or it's just being used for the transformation sequences nowadays because that's literally what they used it for in this last episode of Boomboomger.
Hey, listen. I mean, hey, who's complaining that they got rid of Rainbow Road? I'm not.
It's just kind of awkward when they're fighting in regular stage and then they transition to Rainbow Road just to put in the change of fit. Well, they did that 2 episodes ago, and then for this episode, they literally padded out a lot of the time by doing the entire Gatai sequence in Rainbow Road again.
True. We'll get to that after we finish with Gotchard.
Boy. Meanwhile, on my end, yeah, I've been in a very cosplay heavy mood. You've ever been in one of those moods where you've just been creating something, or you wanted to create something and you just can't shut it off? It just consumes your mind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because when I get into I got to create this cosplay outfit mood, like I went full in. Like even while doing my work calls, all I could do is daydream about making this thing and all that stuff. And I mentioned it in my latest video, so I am making the Fies SIC full suit.
Oh, so, yeah, I remember that.
Which is a very heavy armored like piece in itself. It's just been, well, I'm not going to do the light ups on it. I'm not. That's going to take too much. Maybe for a V2 of this thing. But yeah, it's like I've been messing around. I even have been messaging Stickosaurus for some tips in terms of the 3D printing and smoothing and all that stuff, because of course Prime Day sales were going on this week as well. So I bought a lot of crap. None of it Toku related, because nothing Toku related was really on Prime Day sales, except if you wanted the Blu-rays from Toku Shout Factory, they were there. Which I didn't realize that the Geats Blu-ray was $99 regularly. That's crazy. Because it had dropped down to $60 and Ryuki was down to like 26 during that time.
That's pretty good.
But I was like, no. So I invested in the second 3D printer.
Hey.
So now you can have them both printing at the same time.
Well, I do have one printing down here and one printing upstairs. The one that I had down here last time that you could kind of hear a little bit in my video that I put out on Tuesday, as well as my live stream on Sunday, was going on down here. That was like the old Ender 3. Now I moved it upstairs because that thing is obscenely loud. Then I bought the Ender 3 V2 Neo, which I was shocked at how silent it is, because it is currently running right now, building the first part of the Fies SIC helmet. And it's literally just fan noise. It's not that loud. But this print is going to take 44 hours. So, yeah, 3D prints take a while. But the great thing about it is, so I've got one 3D printer printing out using this new one using regular filament, which is just regular plastic. The one upstairs is using TPU filament. So for those of you that are unaware, it's a 3D filament that allows it to still be bendable. So, for example, I printed out the neck piece because I figured if I'm going to do the neck piece, I want it to at least be comfortable. You don't want hard plastic around your neck. How are you going to move around or anything like that? So this is 3D printed, but I can squish it.
Is it like at least soft so that it doesn't like chafe, or no?
It is pretty soft. It is squishy as well.
Okay. Because even if it was bendable, if it was still like hard plastic. Ugh.
The main thing about trying to work with this, however, is trying to smooth out some of the seam lines. And then there's a particular kind of paint that I had to order for this that's currently on its way in order for it to not chipping with the bending qualities.
How much is it going to cost, do you think, with all the parts together?
Considering how much money I've currently invested in just filament at the moment, the second 3D printer, and I've already spent $500.
Ah, I see. This is where we're at. And you're going to probably count this towards your Toku debt, aren't you?
I'm not.
Really? But it's like a suit. You're building.
I think trying to give a total number accurately is going to be difficult for it, because there's some things that I end up buying at like Walmart and things like that, like paint and certain fillers and certain glues and stuff like that I can't, like, I'd have to guesstimate how much I spent on them. So this is what I spent my bonus on last week. I was like, I got money. Let me invest in making new cosplay. So it's good stuff. It's fun. I just my room's an entire mess right now. There's still some shit on the ground from me making some cutouts because I'm not trying to do everything 3D printed. There's some things that I'm just like, honestly, I can probably craft that out of foam really fast, much faster than 3D printing it out in 2 days. So yeah, it's crazy on that front. But yes, let's go ahead and get into it. One of the first things that I want to talk about was, well, Ash, you probably did not watch Arc.
No, I didn't watch it because I slept in. But I'm enjoying Arc. I watched the first 2 episodes and I like it.
So
It's
this
good.
latest episode is the origin episode. So it serves as
Ooh.
like episode 0. So you get to see how Yuma becomes Ultraman, his backstory. So we get all the lore bits on that. And it was very, very enjoyable. They did something different once again when it came to the fight scene. Which I mean, you got to appreciate the way that they're trying to revolutionize a lot of the fight scenes, because this time it was all done from secondhand video recordings, whether it's the newscasters, people's phones being up in the air, something like that. The fight was pretty much seen on a second screen.
That's pretty cool.
Don't forget the timers.
Yeah, but I mean, the main appearance for this one was literally just all those news feeds that we had for it.
Oh yeah.
The big thing on this one is that we get the backstory to pretty much the entire event that triggered the kaijus appearing, and it happened right in front of Yuma back when he was a kid. And because Yuma decided to look back at the ongoing fight going on, his parents died. He should have kept running, but no, he decided to turn around, check out the big fight. So the parents obviously came running back, and they got blasted. They got dusted.
So, well, tell me, Zio, if you were a child and there was 2 giant monsters fighting behind you, you wouldn't like look for a second and be like, "That's something cool."
Now let me tell you this, because you know this show very well. If Yuma were a young Tendo Soji, would he have left his parents?
Okay, you fucking asshole. that's different.
No, because the young Tendo Soji was down there with Yori.
He had powers.
He pulled that shit up. He pulled that shit up.
Powers. He had powers. Don't even. This is a
he
normal 10-year-old.
You know, in Godspeed Love, once we got that full scene in play,
I'm aware.
He picked that up.
But he had the suit. He had the belt.
And he was just like, Dajobu. So on the Iru, I was like, ah!
Did you see a Did you see a Rubik's Cube in that kid's hands?
You know, by then, he could have still done something. You know, adrenaline's a powerful thing. Adrenaline is a powerful thing, and Yuma was clearly lacking that.
Yeah. Oh, just so I wanted to mention this earlier. This is very, like, there was an episode in X where X likes to do, like, or not likes, but X did one of its recap episodes, very similar to this, in that it was all the like kaiju stuff was in found footage. So every time the Ultraman or the fights happened, you would see it in like the found footage, you know, someone on the ground perspective of the fight itself. So I'm kind of happy that they're kind of using that again. They're doing that.
Oh, kind of like Cloverfield.
Exactly. It's one of my favorite episodes in X, and why I highly recommend that show to anyone who's starting out watching Ultraman. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why I really enjoyed Cloverfield for what it was doing, because it was a whole different take on that kind of genre. Shame about the other Cloverfield films, but...
Yeah. We don't talk about them.
Oh, no. But I think, like, that was a very good recap episode, and that's why I enjoyed X, because even though it was a recap episode, they put a nice spin to it, because it's a fight you've seen before, but at a completely different angle.
So, sorry. Yeah, but Arc still continues to be very well done. Definitely very invested into this plot point that they have going on. I know a lot of people were a little bit upset. They were like, oh, man, Mr. Coffee Time's not going to be in this episode. But then by the end, it's like it's Yuma's dream. And he's pretty much reliving the events via dream. So we get Coffee Time at the end. I don't think his grandma's alive, though. Because that weird ending with the grandma like reciting the newscast, I'm just like, something tragic happened to Grandma, didn't it? Something that we just didn't see.
We have
someone in
23
the chat
episodes to find out.
Was saying Dear Gaga moments. Actually, the grandma does remind me a lot of the Dear Gaga mom. Is it the same actress? Because isn't the actress for Dear Gaga actually an Ultraman actress?
I wish I could tell you. I didn't care enough about Dear Gaga to look anything up.
I'm gonna look up Dear Gaga.
I was gonna watch Dear Gaga, but I didn't watch it.
Don't watch Dear Gaga. It's a goddamn waste of time. I'm gonna pull her up right now. Let's see. What is Hiromi's mother's name? There she is. Rumi Sakakibara. Let's see if it was her or not. You love Dear Gaga. That's a lie, and you know it. You know that's a lie.
I'm just gonna ask you, what did you like about Dear Gaga? Explain it to me now in chat. Use your words.
We will bring you on the cast. No, we won't bring you on the cast as another host to explain why you liked it.
Well, it would be really hard to bring a random person onto the cast.
That's true.
I don't know, because her current roles are still from Return of Ultraman and the Superior 8 Ultra Brothers.
Superior 8 Ultra Brothers. That is a great movie that I don't think anyone should watch until you've seen at least those seasons.
Too bad. I watched it first.
And was it good?
I loved it.
Exactly. But you know what would hit harder? If you saw those seasons.
I mean, look, the fact that they managed to throw in some flashbacks, and it felt like I was having nostalgia for a show that I never watched, and it was crazy how it was managed. It managed to like elicit those kinds of emotions.
Cool. Now imagine if you had actually watched the shows. Imagine the emotion.
It probably would have hit even harder, but it still hit.
Exactly. It
still hit pretty damn good.
Superior 8 Ultra Brothers is fantastic. Definitely better than that movie that you started out with.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. But yeah, maybe this might get updated later on, but I don't know. I couldn't read the credits, so I didn't look on that part. I'm still surprised that we haven't seen any of Arc's armor forms yet, but I'm guessing that's coming soon. I was really expecting that we would see those way earlier, given the fact that we got those well ahead of time.
We also got a new form leaked out during one of the shows. It's the Saturn form. It's like a gold form with one of the arms is also gold. It's got like a gold chest plate.
I have not seen Saturn form yet. Is it on the Discord?
I don't know if someone put it in the Discord or not. I just remember I saw it from like some YouTube feed.
Let me see. It might be in the Ultraman. Yep, I see it. The stage show.
Yep, Saturday.
Looks pretty
really good. Looks really good. I like it. There's a figure for it. Don't get that figure. That figure's bad. Don't do it. Yeah. But other than Saturn form, the other two forms we are supposed to get, I feel like they're just trying to slow roll it because, Ultraman doesn't usually rush into the power-ups unless that is like the main gimmick of the season.
I mean, for Blazar, it took us how many episodes to get the armor? Like damn near the end.
Yeah. Usually like the newer gen shows, like their specialty was like the references to older shows or the different forms, or like when it does their anniversary season. But I like it. It's a slow. Like I like that they're not just throwing them at us. You know what I mean? Because they're not needed yet. So I
also do like the way that the show started with Yuma already being an established Ultra, and now like 3 episodes in, after we've seen the gimmick for a bit, then we get the origin story. Because it's like some people like they want that pre-establishment in some instances because we see origin stories like all the time, and it's hard to nail the origin story. But if I feel introducing the origin story after seeing what the gimmick is, even if the origin story is lackluster, because you've had the moments,
like Orb,
like ahead of time, because Orb was one of those shows that they kept teasing us with this backstory for like a good bit until you got Origin Saga, and then once you got Origin Saga fully, it expounded on the backstory that they gave us in the show to a greater extent.
Yeah, I definitely agree because it's it was nice to see like the little flashlight or highlight in the beginning with like the newscast saying, "Oh, there's this giant that's been appearing fighting monsters for the past couple weeks." So this guy's new, but you don't know like if he's like how much experience he's got yet. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it was definitely like a nice little change of pace that he already had his powers. He relatively was already established. He's still green, but not like as green as someone day one. You know what I mean? Which is nice.
Yeah. I especially like, so when he did the finisher, that shit caught me off guard. Because whipping that thing and just going straight for the neck, I was like, oh, did this man dirty.
Yeah, so I know this is like supposed to be Cosmo coded, which is like Cosmos coded, which with the forms like because Cosmos had like the blue form and then the red form and then the combined form. But I know Cosmos was definitely a lot more pacifist than this show is for sure. Because the whole thing with Cosmos is that he didn't really kill the kaiju; he tried to calm them down. So this is very interesting. That it's kind of brutal what he does to these guys.
Yeah, it's just like unleash the power of imagination. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull a Superman with this light beam and just go for the neck.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they brought back in the light screen doors, except this time the enemy had it as well, and they were like banging it. It was great. Like these fights aren't missing for me. It's good shit.
Yeah, I feel like at least these new Ultra shows have been pretty good. Me personally, I like to rewatch them in English dub after they release.
Well, the thing is that since I'm watching it with the dub during the premiere, I can fully get either invested or if I'm looking to the side to like prepare for these streams, and I can still catch what's going on based off obviously the English dialogue.
Yeah, it's nice to talk about a good show for a change. You know what I mean?
But with that, so we got the trailer for the Gotchard Daybreak film.
No reason being as good as it is.
Ash, did you get a chance to watch it?
No, I liked it. It gave me so much Future Trunks vibes. Like,
it's so damn good.
Why is it this good?
Why is it this damn good? I'm just like, it has everything that like I wanted within Gotchard in itself. Like you've got what seems to be a very engaging story. You've got a lot of drama to it. You've got you've got the passion and the charisma of a good Hotaro acting. You know, adult Hotaro.
A seasoned adult writer.
Gideon actually looking like he's a damn threat. Legend not being intrusive, but still there. But you know,
he's being riddled with bullets.
Apparently, some drama with Lactes getting shot. You have Punished Spanner, which I mean, Punished Spanner could be the name of Gotchard in itself, but the fact that now he's visually punished, so it's kind of all over the map when it comes to this trailer. But I was like, this is good. This makes me wish that what they would have done with Gotchard was they should have just pulled a King Oger. They should have just had a dramatic mid-season hang up and then do a time skip to 5 years later with this older Hotaro character and everything going on with that. I think a lot of people would have definitely welcomed that kind of a dramatic shift than what we're currently getting with the show right now.
The problem also with this movie is that it is so there's a lot of intense scenes or intense moments. Hotaro's eyes get gouged out somehow in this, and then the worst part is it's all going to be undone because this takes place in the midway of the show. This is so it's not even like a prequel where it could add on to the finale or whatever we get at the end. This is. It's not that I'm going to say it's disappointing, but it's
you say that, but then next episode of Gotchard, Future Hotaro is part of the cast now, like Future Trunks was, and
based on the trailer. If based on the trailer, if that's what happens, I am so happy that they completely led us astray with everything in the trailer.
They erased the future timeline. Like they'll have some god figure like Zeno show up, and then just erase that future, and then they just managed to save Future Hotaro and send them to the past, and that's it. And then he's just like, "Hey guys, so I'm gonna assist from the sidelines, but I'm gonna go live my life with this I don't know, maybe an older version of Atropos or something. They'll go the full Future Trunks arc with Mom being a kid and then aged up, or being old, then young, then
then old
then
again.
an adult again. Yeah.
Overall, I'm pretty sure like we're all positive on it. Well, at least the trailer so far. So.
Oh, yeah. The trailer got me excited. Got me vastly excited. It's a shame we'll have to wait until like December to watch it.
Yep.
And it'll be a shame how the show chooses to address it within the show if they pull something like last time. But Ash, you're the one that's been like kind of like off on the Gotchard train for a while. What did this trailer do for you? And you are muted.
Oops, sorry, I was typing. So I'm like, I know I fell off Gotchard. I don't know if I'll go back and finish it. Maybe the last set of
Not worth it
episodes.
currently.
Yeah, not worth it. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so I'll probably just watch the movie when this drops online, and then yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anything particular from the trailer that got your full on attention, or something going like, well, that's crazy.
Let me go back and rewatch it
because we do know the suits that are the final suits that are going to be in them. Like
they get power ups. Both Gotchard and Daybreak get power ups.
We definitely got like punished. Hotaro seems for sure more of a Debbie Downer, depressing from the apparently like motivational speech Rene was supposed to give him or something like that. Oh, we got a super chat.
Musa Muteki.
Getting like up.
Ask if future Hotaro is Trunks, who's the Gohan? Well,
Spanner, because he's clearly lost.
No, because that would imply that. Nah, I think it's Rene.
You think it's Rene?
Yeah.
I think it's Rene.
Oh yeah, because one of them dead. Yeah, you're right. Future
Especially if it was a traumatic enough event for Hotaro to go through his feels like that, I think it's definitely Rene. Especially given the way that they had that semi-plot like seed planted during Daybreak's.
Yep.
Yeah, when he saw Rene for the first time coming to the past, he had like that bittersweet tone on his voice, which makes me think something happened to future Rene. Because I mean, from the previous trailer, we've only seen what like future Kajiki. We've seen like what's happened the future Spanner like directly after, Lactis right after, but we haven't really seen anything from Rene. And given that we see that large graveyard scene, it really makes me think that something.
Yeah, that stood out for me as well. That graveyard scene.
Yeah, because Hotaro's crying in the middle of the graveyard. So maybe it's also his mom too. Could be. I'm just kind of curious. You think we're getting his dad in this movie? Where's Goku in all this?
Yeah.
He gives the bad guy a sensu bean. That's what he does. Just like the
yeah. At this point, I'm just like, his dad's gonna remain a mystery.
Jeez.
They're not gonna address that plot thread. Or he just randomly shows up at the end and it's just like, I'm home, and it turns out that he's not an alchemist, which in that case I would have even more questions.
Honey, I brought the milk.
If his dad's not an alchemist, then why was he in the Ouroboros realm when he was a kid doing alchemy?
That's my main reason I need to see his dad, because I want an explainer on that. Why was that a thing? And again, 5 episodes left, everyone, and the next episode is definitely not his dad.
Yeah, we're dealing with a 2-parter right now. So yeah, the next episode continues on this Kajiki love story revisit on a plot point from way earlier on in the show, which the episode currently does feel like it's an episode that should have happened in like the late mid-20s, mid-30s, yeah, around that period itself. But for right now, it just feels a little out of place, especially since we're close to the finish line.
The worst thing is it's not bad. It's not particularly terrible. It's not bad. The action's good. It's just this is a plot point that should have already been handled.
Yes. It's like they kind of remember that, hey, something was going on with Kajiki. Let's go ahead and do it right now. But then this episode also served as more plot seeds set up for the Daybreak film.
Yeah.
So once again, we have that little tie-in into the film, and we'll see how that gets addressed once the film comes out. Doesn't the film come out? Does it come out today, or is it next week that it comes
next week? I think, if I remember.
In Japan.
Yeah.
Now, do the Japanese also get Deadpool and Wolverine the same weekend or not?
Curious.
That'd be crazy, but
Because that would be one crazy opening weekend.
Oh,
Which I did get tickets to see Deadpool and Wolverine on Thursday, so I am.
I'll
ready.
probably see it on the weekend. Or
Yeah.
whenever it drops. I'm gonna see it like within like the week, probably like Thursday, Friday for me.
I gotta get a group
yeah.
of friends ready to see it.
I'm actually gonna try and get that popcorn bucket.
Oh,
Nice. Have you seen the controller?
we're gonna do.
I have with the ass cheeks and everything.
Yeah, with
We're
the
gonna do
ass
it with
cheeks, yeah.
popcorn.
It's crazy the marketing that they've got going on for it.
Mm.
That's what they need to do with Boon Orange. They need to release a controller for a game system that just has Boon Orange's.
No, release a steering wheel that's just the cheeks.
Yeah.
Re-release the Wii wheel, but
But
put
like,
Boon Orange's ass cheeks on like the backside. I'll make that. I'll try and make that 3D printed. It'll be
Listen, free money, Toei. Free money.
That's it. Premium Bandai. It works perfectly with your Wii U.
Oh yeah, you got that squishy material now too.
Yep. Make sure you can squeeze the cheeks from the back. Boy. Gonna get to it. Gonna get to that. Now with 3D printing, anything is possible.
Yeah, overall this week Gotchard was okay. It's again not
Really the high point was just that trailer, but Gotchard is doing better right now. It's back to like the mid flow, but they're still having moments in time in which I'm like, why didn't you just do this before? A lot of these are like plot points that make me more and more hate the fact that the Legend special, like those episode arcs were a thing, because there was so much they could have just done during that time frame that could have fundamentally helped out the show. And I think they were just using that as just corporate advertising to sell more toys and gimmicks and things like that.
Promote outsiders.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, you said it as well. Pretty like if this show had like taken the revised standpoint of, making the lead more and more of a background character and focusing on all the side characters, definitely would have been better. Considering like just how well some of these side characters are. Like Hachiki's pretty good. Spanner was pretty good when we got his focus episode. Renee's pretty good so far.
Hotaro shines the best when he's not shining at all. And
he's a backlight. You know what I mean? He's a backlight.
Like he's in the back of the room. He'll show up. He'll throw hands from time to time, but he's not the spotlight. And we were talking about this, right before the stream. And I would say when we get like the Renee focused episodes, they tend to be pretty good when we're just focusing on her. When we get Spanner dedicated episodes and he's not fully catching L, but he has a rebuttal during that moment, he's good as well. Like even Kajiki's having some time to shine, and Asabi Mario is still like 10 out of 10 when he gets his moments. Ringe is the one that I feel needed a little bit more going on. Sure, we did have that one episode that also kind of doubled up with a Kajiki episode, in which we got Juggler in Akiko written episodes. But we still haven't gotten much on her, because if you remember a lot in the early episodes, she was very big on the money and trying to get the money. But I feel that that's a plot point for her character that never really got much delving into. And they could have done more. But this is a show that doesn't really let its characters shine when they need to. They definitely need to.
Yeah. Agreed. Honestly, there's a lot of times with Hotaro. I feel like Hotaro's arc should have been the Daybreak arc stuff, and then we focused on the side characters. Like, I feel like that would have been a nice little breakdown. You know what I mean?
Let me see what people are saying in the chat. Renee and Spanner, any other forms? Well, Spanner's forms suck in general, so I don't even know. Unless they actually do one that changes his.
I like his base suit
more.
I like his base suit's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah, but his forms are just armor add-ons, and that's
the chest piece and the arms.
Well, Majade has some really good potential for form changes, but we've only gotten to one.
Yep, I thought we would get at least 3.
For co-main character, I'm like, what are you doing, girl? Like, they need to do something for her.
I imagine they gave like the wind treatment to one of her suits, like that red and black and gold with one of her forms. Like that would have been nice.
Like if Nijigon just rainbow-fied her cards and then she puts them into the Alchemist Driver, will that have a substantial change in her suit? Who knows? But they should try it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. But like we got what 4 episodes to see if we get power-ups of the other characters. 4 or 5 episodes.
Watch them get it in the winter movie with Gavu.
They probably will.
Post show.
Yeah,
and it's going to be something tied into the gummies being turned into cards, and that's it. That's how they do it.
Speaking of Gavv, want to talk about that?
No. Do we want?
We don't have to. We don't have to.
Well, no, because I want to talk about Power Rangers first.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Power Rangers proper.
Yeah. Yes.
This is an Ash segment.
Yes. So this is the thing, because I saw this pop up in my feed. It was like you, Dawson Writer, a few other folks talking about a Power Rangers like reboot, continuation, and stuff like that going on.
It was the angriest.
And I was just like, I'm seeing all these thumbnails, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna click. This sounds like bait. This sounds like terrible bait. And then I was just like, look, if I'm going to watch anybody's videos, it's going to be Ash's. So I checked out your video, and you were instantly like, I'm probably going to go on a rant because I don't like anything that I'm reading right now. And it just sounds
This is one of the few times you get to see genuine angry Ash.
So yeah, just go ahead, re-dig into
all right, let me find the bookmark.
To your hate regarding this, because it's not fantastic news whatsoever. Yeah,
and again, this is all rumors, leaks, and speculations from Jinsaku. So take it with a pinch of salt. Some people some people don't like hearing Jinsaku stuff. Some people are whatever, and some people take it for face value. Like, I'm cool with Jinsaku. Like, we're pretty cool. Like, we get along all right. But yeah, it's like I usually say, whether he's like bullshitting, trolling, or it's actually real, it's always fun to talk about. So let me bring up the tweet now. Share screen. Close all my other tabs.
Yes, definitely want to avoid checking out them them other leaks.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
Lord.
So this is what Jin posted a while ago. I don't know if it's like readable on everyone else's screen. I can post the tweet in.
I can see it. I hear, which misspelled here, so that's already a red flag. What's going on? I hear was a meeting, that bad punctuation already. God. So I hear there was a meeting, that proper punctuation, that took place between Hasbro and Netflix on Monday, June 3rd, 2024, about the future of Power Rangers IP. Hasbro stated that they no longer wanted to continue the reboot due to it being a financial risk, and they want to take the brand into a new profitable direction, which includes, you guessed it, a new Mighty Morphin show. The show would be a complete remake of the 10 most iconic episodes from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. I was already like, how do you determine that? How do you determine, like,
what episodes you pick?
Exactly. It's like, do they have the ratings from like 93, 94 to see which ones were the best episodes? Because I think
they probably just go off by fanfare about ones that everyone talks about.
But then you have an episode in here that we'll get into in a moment. That's just like, why is this on here? I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode to see what all the hype is about. But a new group of young faces being cast as Jason, Zach, Billy, Kimberly, Trini, no Tommy. Obviously, it's like, first season. But once again, going with this cast. Have the same tone as the original 90s show, just set in modern times, which I don't know what they mean by that.
Like
in
same zone, but like same
Yeah,
happy campy thing, or plus modern day.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Same happy campy, but just with like cell phones and Twitter.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Twitter
like
and TikTok.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was definitely a product of its time because of their hangout spot was like the juice bar constantly, which also like
the
doubled
karate
as a gym
interest
with
and the
with,
yoga
Yeah.
interest. Yeah.
yes,
And
with
you're
everybody
watching Big
just
Bad
actively.
Beetleborgs. Isn't there hangout at the comic book shop at Big Bad Beetleborgs
Yeah,
or something?
yeah,
like
they
that?
do.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a big thing in terms of social gatherings and things like that. I don't
People
know.
don't social gather like that anymore.
Exactly. Like malls are dying and people don't hang out like that. But if you wanted to make it a modern take on it, everybody would just communicate via the internet and they would have never met each other until like Zorn's get these antisocial like people
You know
together.
what the funny thing is? This
The
isn't
new
even
command center is the new command center is a Discord server.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. This isn't
It's
even
like, all right, guys, we're not gonna do a face reveal of you all, so you're only gonna see each other as
In
like
mass.
Power Rangers because you guys don't have the confidence to just go ahead and do face reveals. So we get that. We understand. God, that would be the cringiest.
Oh my
show.
God.
Whose mic
it would
is
be
feedback? Whose mic is
I can see
feedback,
it.
Billy? I can hear feedback from your mic.
Oh, your audio is doubled. Your audio is doubled. You
There's someone in the background. Is your parent? Is your mom there? You know we're supposed to be secret Power Rangers.
Yes, it's like, oh my God, she's not even wearing clothes. She's in a bathrobe. Oh,
it's like you're a power. What now? You just hear a mom reacting in the back. It's like, no, mom, no. You know. It's all done via VR. They just saved the world via VR.
Can I just say, there's also one other thing I really don't like. Yet again, we're going to these 10 episode like surge, like aired in probably like what, a week, just instantly.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, if this is talks with Netflix, obviously this was designed to be once again bingeable show. And we got the episodes here, Day of the Dumpsters. So the first episode, High Five, Pressing Engagement, I Guy, Happy Birthday Zach, which is the ones I'm just like, what? Foul Play in the Sky are the first 6 episodes that are being pitched out of those 10 episodes. Wow. It'll be a cheaper show and most likely on the same budget and level as Once and Always. Now, that's another thing that I'm confused on. Do they mean like per episode it would have the budget of Once and Always, or the entire season run is going to have the same budget? Because that would be a shoestring-ass budget. It's still aimed at kids and will be part of the new launch of Power Rangers with a new logo with games, comics, and shows, and potentially coming in 2026. Netflix turned it down, and now it's being shopped around at other studios.
My other problem is the Megazords. They're gonna have to recreate and reshoot the Megazords, unless they're gonna do the CG thing again. And I hope.
Well, the thing is, no, if they're using Once and Always budget and they're retreading on Mighty Morphin, well, the thing is, they already have the 3D models and they've got the canned footage of the Megazord transforming. Because that was done for Once and Always. So they can just span that with different backgrounds if they need to.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like the animations of it fighting, they'll retool that in so many ways, but I don't expect the fights to last longer than maybe a minute.
Yeah.
But Ash, why do you hate this?
I don't like this. I want to stop sharing my screen so I can be on camera.
Yep.
There.
Cool.
I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. Because again, like I've always been in the middle. I understand that Mighty Morphin's their most profitable thing. It sells. That's why we're getting like the Mighty Morphin game. It's why we steal the Mighty Morphin merch. I get it. But hearing the first part saying the financial risk, I get that part because like Hasbro has had a couple of, I guess, underperformers. And I think it all went in place when the G.I. Joe Snake Eye movie underperformed. Do I remember that released like during like peak COVID, if I remember, or peak like
and no one cared that they were already changing like source material and stuff like that in terms of how they were treating that.
Yeah.
So
I think Dungeons and Dragons, no one talks about. I forgot that movie was even a thing. Like I said in my video, like no one talks about that movie.
I still think it was a good movie. It didn't.
I haven't watched it.
It's good. There's just
okay.
no hype around it at all.
Okay, I think that's what the problem is. Like no hype. Like it came and went, and then before I knew it was on streaming. And then Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I guess it did okay, but I guess it maybe didn't do okay that Hasbro wanted it to do. Maybe I don't know.
I was very mixed on that film myself when I saw it, but I waited until it came out on streaming, and then I rented it to watch on streaming.
No, I rented it as well. It did okay. It had a budget of 195 to 200 million. It made 439 million. I guess that's average. But yeah, so I get that like they don't want to have another box office bomb, but hearing that they just want to redo Mighty Morphin from the ground up again, like the show, is kind of boring. Like especially just getting the same episodes redone again in modern times. Like out of all the episodes you pick, I get Day of the Dumpster, first episode, High Five, second episode, I think, depending on airing order. Pressing Engagement, like I said in my video, it had King Spinks, and King Spinks, if you remember, that monster was like all over marketing.
Sexy
I
ass.
remember. Yeah. I Guy, another iconic monster. Happy Birthday, Zach. I know the episode. I know the monster, but I can't remember the episode apart from it was Zach's birthday. Foul Play in the Sky. I think that episode had the Snizzard in it, if I remember correctly. Let's see.
Out of curiosity,
that had the Snizzard in it. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, now they have the Power Rangers IP, can they choose from like any season like of Sentai to use, or is it like do they have to pay per Sentai season they want to use or something?
All right. So from what I remember being told from Joe from the Illuminati ages ago, and this might have changed. Don't quote me on this.
That's fine.
But I remember him telling me that, saying that like when they bought the IP, they can use anything from Gotchard up to the very first Sentai up to maybe Kira Major at the time or Ryu Soldier. And that's why we saw like previous teams in comics and stuff like that. Okay. That's what I remember. And we've seen other stuff like in the tabletop game, like Raptors Race from Q Ranger was in one of the books, I remember.
I asked this. Sorry.
No, you go.
No, it's just like I asked this because they have the Cosmic Rangers they could pull from the comics. They have the very unused, but some reason was in Super Mega Force Die Ranger is in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if it's just for different suits, you have so many other shows you could pull from to make an original show. You don't have to.
I mean, like the Jetman suits are very sexy and they still hold up today.
Yeah.
Like literally, you could make a new show using those suits.
There are tons of older suits that are fantastic, and even some of the newer ideas that they have in their own, independent IP that they could pull from. They could even, I know, like they probably wouldn't redo Tommy this early, but they can at least do some of, like the what is it, like Soul of the Dragon? I keep forgetting what that comic run.
Soul of the Dragon.
Well, even then, they could always like bring in JJ since been named but never seen.
Soul of the Dragon would have been good if JDF was still with us, because that was like the character's swan song in the end.
Know. It was very well handled.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, like looking at the tweets from who we had originally signed on for the show in terms of a production standpoint, they seem to have wanted something that was completely new. So having this rumor kind of goes in the counteraction of what they actually wanted, because they're like, well, let's do Mighty Morphin Reboot, and they're like, but we want to do something different.
I think this is the second reboot, the other idea they pitched at them. So after the Entwistle stuff.
I thought that the stuff at the beginning that we heard at first about new show was just, I thought that was like mostly just from like, was it Pookie mainly his idea? Or?
No, not Pookie.
No, he was already it was Entwistle.
Okay.
Yeah, Entwistle. I think Entwistle had ideas and they were too expensive. That's from what we heard during the first news a while ago, if I remember correctly. Like this news is just, these stories just are all over the place.
So essentially, it seems like they want to do Power Rangers, but they just don't want to spend the money on doing Power Rangers.
Exactly. Like they don't want to risk not making money, so they don't want to do anything different. But if they keep appealing to the MMPR
nostalgia crowd,
and that's the issue of them no longer relying on Sentai footage. The show's gonna get more expensive. You don't have stock footage to rely on anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. And which is why I say
because that's why Saban got away with it for so long. He was making the show for like pennies and raking in millions.
Basically.
Especially after he was paying like the actors nothing to begin with. So
I mean, we don't want that.
Thing.
We really don't want that.
No, we don't want that. I think the show's union now, if I remember correctly. That's why they could bring David back.
Yeah. And they're also they're not filming in New Zealand anymore, right? So
yeah, they packed up shop in New Zealand over a year ago. Pookie's on adventures, according to his social, because I still follow him. He's apparently sold his house or something and he's traveling. I don't know.
Nice for him.
Yeah. His Twitter, Instagram bio was please don't ask me stuff about Power Rangers, and then people ask it on threads like, are you watching Boomboomger? And he's like, no, leave me alone.
I don't want to boom or boom.
I don't know what this Boomboomger is, but I don't want any of it.
But I guess. I mean, obviously, we're not in we don't know any financials or anything in the background, or, like what their PR team has discovered. But it's like, I feel like they would do so much better with Power Rangers if they just tried to make their own thing. Like they just tried something different. Because the more I hear MMPR, the more I groan, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I don't think it's just you; it's everybody else. But I mean, there is still a like non-vocal fan base that only has nostalgia for MMPR, so they will keep gravitating to it because it's the one that they remember, and that's about
the same group that keeps shrinking and shrinking. You want to cast a net, you want to make a new net, not like
exactly. And the thing is, it's just like, that was a show that was definitely designed for millennials like myself, but Gen Z has their like Power Rangers introductory point, which typically happened during Disney era for a lot of folks, either like mid Disney era or the start of like Neo Saban era was for them.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have friends from work that they're younger than me, and their favorite show is Samurai.
I remember you saying this last week.
Yeah. And I know that hurts Zio because he's like, what?
Samurai? I think it hurt Mark most when he heard it.
Yeah. But yeah, they like Samurai and RPM and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, why can't Hasbro just why can't they just reinvent the wheel with Power Rangers like other companies do of like Ninja Turtles, or like I know Transformers gets a reboot every couple of years, but it's like that same established character and lore, but they can at least tell different stories with those same characters.
Yeah,
in a way.
Does it from time to time as well, or did it?
Yeah.
The thing that I just find weird is just the fact that they're trying to get somebody else to bankroll it as opposed to just them themselves. It's like, are they hurting that much that they can't bankroll it themselves now?
Clearly, I guess they're hemorrhaging money or something because I'm like, you're not even making toys for it. So.
And also, I'm just like, what happened to the era of Netflix where they were legit just throwing money at any project that just showed up in their doorstep?
They're going to need it. They're... Like, I don't know what Netflix is putting out now. But yeah.
I mean, with the price hike of Netflix.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Netflix is now charging more money, and I'm like, oh,
I pay $19 Australian every month, and it hurts my wallet every time I see it.
I also pay, I pay $20 every month every time I see it.
I'm out here either watching documentaries or trashy reality shows, and that's about it.
I watch K-dramas and documentaries. That's all I watch. And the worst part is I could probably watch it somewhere else for cheaper.
Yep.
You're not wrong. I could probably do that as well. But I don't know. It's something about turning on my TV when I get home from work and pressing that Netflix button. And just
it's so easy.
I don't do that. I'm bigger just looking on YouTube and shit. But then again, I do the YouTube Premium, so I don't have ads. But
yeah.
I still have to get YouTube Premium one day.
And then I mostly watch more YouTube on my TV than I watch anything else on my TV. Unless it's video games. But
for me, if I'm like bored, the easiest thing is just take my phone out at work, pull up Netflix and then just like, oh, look, the Queen Tears has got a new episode. Let me take a look at that.
Which the thing is, I'm just like YouTube. I since they stopped doing their whole YouTube original series things that they used to do like back in the day. Because remember, Cobra Kai used to be
good, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and I mean, Netflix took that one from them and all that. But I mean, if they were still up for doing it again, it's like there's several different things, and even then, you don't have to charge for the premium of it because the ad revenue in itself would usually end up paying for it. Because I'm sure people just watching it over and over again, you're gonna get the ad revenue from the commercial breaks versus the people that actually do pay for premium that don't get the commercials.
I signed up for YouTube Red just for Cobra Kai back in the day. That was it.
No, I did as well.
So I'm just like, they could still have original shows that are thrown in there that are of quality, and then just, you know,
bring back Scared PewDiePie.
Exactly. Bring back Scared PewDiePie, even though he's a retired old man who wants nothing to do with anything anymore.
It's like, look, if Subaraya can put out Ultraman day and date on YouTube for everyone to watch, why can't Hasbro put out new Power Rangers exclusively on YouTube? You know how many views that shit's gonna get by itself?
It's because
a lot. Especially when it's like, oh, I don't have to pay for a service. I can just watch it here. Sure, I'll deal with the ads, but then they'll be like, hey, we're getting ad revenue from this shit.
I think it's because because if they give it to Netflix or some other streaming service, right? They are paying the bill for it, you know, like they're footing the bill for the show itself.
Into marketing and stuff like that. They're
not like YouTube. YouTube, they can stream it and air it here, but YouTube isn't going to be doing any like leverage as far as like
promotion,
you know, or like paying for the show.
Trailers, banners,
Yeah, it's the advertisement of it all, and that usually is where a lot of the budget ends up going to, is just the advertising for it.
So I can see why they're aiming for a streaming service, but like honestly, YouTube would probably be simpler in the long term.
And the thing is, when you get like YouTube Partner, you actually can just advertise your videos and make them an ad for something else. You have to pay a price to do it,
but you can do it.
But there is the option to it, because I've seen it in the back end back when I first signed up for Partner, and I was like looking at the revenue sharing and how that all worked. There is an option there for like a regular small time creator that, you know, qualifies for Partner to be able to pay money to run ad spots in other channels.
Yep.
And they could do that. I'm sure they've got way more money than like I do to be able to do that shit. So it's just like, let's do that.
Probably could cost them a couple cents in the dollar. But I guess it just depends.
Yep. But either way, I keep getting disappointed because the talks of a Mighty Morphin reboot has been like the final solution for a lot of these companies, because that was the rumor mill in terms of what Disney was going to do before they ended up giving up the show back to Saban and shit like that. Now we're hearing it again. And then, of course, Saban actually successfully made the Power Rangers reboot with the 2017 film. So it's like they keep just wanting to reboot said thing, but ain't nobody want it. So
I also feel it's like not just like the Power Rangers reboot aspect of it. It's just I feel like Power Rangers is like one step away from just being taken out back old yellow style. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I never thought I would like see the day like we would go like Power Rangers would probably stop airing, but I think like we're definitely getting to that point if they don't like have a big win with something soon. You know what I mean?
You know what would save Power Rangers in my eyes? It's not even a TV show. If they want to focus on video games, make y'all remember the War for Cybertron trilogy?
Yeah.
Take that type of ambition, apply it to a Power Rangers video game series.
I guess that could work, but also like you'd have to appeal to like gamers that want to like play a Power Rangers video game.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if they set it in, you know, trying to appeal to the older demographic. And the thing that I guess what they don't understand is that if you make it look like it's going to appeal to an older demographic, then a lot of times some kids are going to be morbidly curious about, oh, this is what the big kids are watching, and I got to check this out. That type of thing. It's the Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto syndrome.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
it's not meant for me, but I'm going to go check it out anyway.
I cannot get for the life of me into GTA. I played like Liberty City, Vice City, and San Andreas.
I don't think I've
Not into it.
ever beaten a GTA game story all the way through.
Yeah. Although I know that a lot of people who love GTA, like for the story, for the
Yeah.
online and everything. I'm just like, how?
I like GTA 5 online with like friends. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I've never been like a GTA game like story wise from start to finish because I just put in cheat codes and just run them up.
Power through.
Yeah, through.
All right. So anything else to say about Power Rangers?
I'm surprised. They got a new comic. I should say that.
Ooh.
I can pull that up now. A new comic one shot that they're doing.
Is it good?
I got my solicitations for 122, so I'll probably record that after today.
But the comics line is still ending, right?
Right, but they're still doing one shots.
Okay, I guess for as long as they can do it.
Mm-hmm. But let me share my screen for that.
Actually, that does. I am kind of curious about that. Like how, like once he's done showing this to us, but like Zio and Ash, like how do you think you're gonna cope like with like the potential death of Power Rangers?
I don't know. Like maybe I'll find other things to do on YouTube. Maybe I'll just like do video essays on characters, here and there.
I'll be like,
know.
with
I've got
Power
friends-
Rangers dead, that gives proper Toku from Japan to shine in the West because they won't live with the Power Rangers stigma, because once Power Rangers like dies down within the psyche, then they can introduce proper Toku to the West and people would be like, oh, what's this?
Yes, but I've seen my YouTube comment sections and a lot of people ask me, where do I watch this? How do I watch this?
And then your answer to that is either Toku Shoutsu or I got the special machine.
I say Google. I say Google. Like you could probably find it within a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's because I only get those comments when I do like the first episode review, but I don't get them anymore.
That's what I get as well. The first episode review. It's like, especially when like King Oja and stuff dropped. That was like a lot of my comments.
It's like, where do I get this show? And it's like, oh,
internet. You got an internet connection?
Then yeah, you can get the show.
Yes, yeah. The Fairly Odd Parents answer to everything.
Yeah,
how'd you get that? Internet. Wait,
that statue behind you? What? Internet? Oh my god.
Internet.
Yeah.
Across the Morphin Grid. Why does this sound like Across the Spider-Verse already?
Across the Morphin Grid.
Yeah. I was like, Sony, please don't sue. But yeah, I'll read the article. So, what's better than a Power Rangers anthology? How about a Power Rangers anthology filled with stories by your favorite Power Ranger actors? Boom Studios, in collaboration with leading toy and company Hasbro, is thrilled to present Power Rangers Across the Morphin Grid, an anthology of stories written by David Yost, Walter Jones, Steve Cardenas, Matt Groom, Nikita Maurice, J.D. Stutton, and Megan Camarana, about their respective Rangers, with art done by Paulina Garnachu, Tango, Patrick Mullahan, Domo Stanton, and Renard Rutchaman. I probably butchered all those names. But yeah, we've got some quotes from each one of the actors. So, a true honor to work with talented people at Boom Studios and to be asked to write a story about my character Billy. I had so much fun imagining where the character would be where Billy would be at 28 years old. I trust fans will enjoy my story and various other stories being told in this anthology. Let's go from David Yost. And this one's from Steve. Feel free to chime in whenever you're ready.
Firstly, I would just like to ask fellow chat members. I know you know the sites, but please don't talk about them in chat. That would be nice. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is from Steve. I think someone said, I don't know who any of these people are. David Yost is Billy. Walter Jones is Zach. Steve Cardenas is Rocky. Matt Groom, he was a writer. He's a writer on the Power. He was a writer on the Power Ranger comics. He's also doing his own thing. Nikita Baris, that's Tanya. JD Stutton, no idea who that is. I couldn't find out who they were. Megan Camarana, she's Hyperforce Pink from the tabletop game.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in case
I
people are
remember
wondering. Yeah. She was also in like High School Heroes, whatever it's called, video game. Apparently, she works for that company. I don't know. So this is the quote from Steve. I'm so excited that Boom Studios is expanding on the Morphin Grid anthology, and it looks like I'm up next on the list. I've had a great privilege in the past to briefly work with Boom about Rocky and his background, but now I have the opportunity to create and collab with my own story. Is just a dream come true, said Steve Cardenas. I hope you enjoy what Matt and I come up with a part of this new chapter. And then Nikita just says, ever wonder what happened to Tanya and Adam? And then we've got a quote from, I think, JD Stutton, by saying, as someone like this quote is like someone who grew up with Power Rangers and they get to work on it. So I guess they were a fan that's worked on comics.
I mean, I do like the fact. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And then we've got Megan's quote by saying, who doesn't love a Hyperforce burrito? Said Megan Camarana. Chloe's Kitchen has Chloe accomplished by sauce chef Vespa. Cooking up some tasty wild times. I had such an amazing time writing this. I hope it fills your hearts and bellies with loud laughs. And here's the covers. So this is the main cover.
I like it.
Yeah. Here's the second cover done by Riley Rossamino. Looks alright.
Yeah,
Different art style.
Rita looks really young for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's maybe like the stature because she looks like they definitely shrunk her frame. And stuff.
I can.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's the post. It's you.
It's really in the face itself.
It's
the anime design. And then we've got this
that
cover.
I really like.
Yeah. Like I wanted to use this the thumbnail just to bait people thinking we're getting a Zio comic next. So I was like, maybe not. I'll just combine like the main cover and that one.
I need a poster of that. I think I might get a display to that.
Yeah, I like that stylized look.
Yeah. If you can find it, I highly recommend finding the 25th anniversary art book they did, and that had a lot of good images for it. Like there's like a bunch of team, like different like art styles for all these different teams. You can probably, I think you can only get it now in the hardcover that came out, the Lost Chronicles book. But I'm sure it's out there somewhere, or you can probably just find the images on like certain comic websites. But yeah.
Nice.
That it sounds fun. Like some of it sounds pretty.
Yeah, an anthology series. So we're getting, it's mostly Mighty Morphin Rangers, but it's like the cast and crew writing characters about their story. So it's going to be interesting seeing someone like that write a comic.
I'm actually that actually excites me. Kind of.
Yeah.
I've always been more of like, especially in recent era, a fan of the comics more than the show because it's like at least the comics are doing interesting things.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but with the comics going away, and then if these are just one shots, it's just side stories to whatever we got going on. Whether or not they get taken for gospel or not, we'll see. It just depends on how things go in the future, if anything goes in the future at all.
Probably won't get another like mainline comic story, like main overarching story
maybe.
For a
My
while.
crackpot theory is like they're sort of doing all these one shots until they're ready to announce like the next big series.
I hope so. I hope it's good, and I hope it's interesting. I hope it's something that they really want to do and they're passionate about, because that's how you get good comics. And I hope it's on MMPR.
Yeah. We'll see what
It'll
happens.
be MMPR.
It will be MMPR.
Stop it. Stop throwing that into the ether.
It's what they want. It's what they want.
I don't care what they want. It's not what I need.
All right.
The only thing people want from MMPR with the comics is they want to see like season 3 redone, but the comics are so far from like season 3. They're just doing their own things now.
Yeah. I mean, it's these aren't like supposed to be like groundbreaking comics. Like, these are just supposed to be like interesting appetizers and like teasers. You know what I mean? Like they're just supposed to keep your attention.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just some people in chat were just saying not impressed, and I was like, so it's not supposed to be like mine.
All right. So
what?
the big thing that happened this week. So Monday night, Tuesday morning, like as soon as I get done posting up my Boomboomger review, I get a DM saying, check out Kamen Rider spoilers. Gavu has leaked. And I'm like, what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So what supposedly happened is that on the Chinese site Bilibili, the first 3 episodes of Kamen Rider Gavu were uploaded.
Get the fuck out! I have not heard the story yet.
They weren't aired. Like they were like uploaded on like Premiere. So if you clicked on them, they would show. But they were, you could see the covers like that would be there.
Yeah, with the runtime and all that stuff, and they were already there. Yeah. So needless to say,
actor now.
This started a whole slew of things. We got 3 supposed screenshots from the show.
And one person definitely fired.
Someone definitely fired. So yeah, within the time that this was uploaded, whoever on the back end was able to actually access said episodes, supposedly, once again, we're going with like, take this with high grains of salt, but it's a very well done fake if this was indeed fake.
From what I understand, the episodes themselves weren't able like to be played or aired. At least
no, but there were certain points from them that were apparently able to get seen. I guess from the you know how sometimes videos will auto generate thumbnails based off of a certain time on there. So from each of those episodes in themselves, there was an auto generated thumbnail, in which is where these screenshots came from.
Yeah.
So that's let me.
I know the first one's like an image of like the MC, like either on a bench or like just sitting or something.
Yeah, so let me go on here, and I hope Toei is not trying to take these down, because I know the original
censor Skylark a little bigger. Make censor Skylark.
Yeah, I should put.
There you go, big censor Skylark. Hey, I'm Trip Skylark now.
My shiny teeth and me.
Shiny teeth, shiny teeth.
But yeah, I know that the original tweets that had a lot of these got taken down, so that's why got to be a little cautious. When it comes to them, I'll shrink them down just a little bit. It's a good thing I have
like just a little bit.
Maybe send them to me in private, so that way I can look at them while Chip covers them.
Well, one of those images fully revealed. There we go.
So yeah, like this is the close-up of who we think is the main character.
I like the jacket. I'm not gonna lie.
Although the jacket is pretty cool.
Toku red vibes.
And within the other 2 screenshots, he's wearing a completely different fit, but it's still like on brand with the
it's like hoodie,
the jacket,
pants.
Yep. But over here, I have no idea what he's doing, because he's like dancing, but then there's like a sketch of him like right next to him.
This is giving like preschool teacher vibes, if I have to say.
The very colorful set and all that stuff. Yeah, because now that you mention it, like since I see all these rain boots over here, this does look like it's in a school setting somewhat.
Yeah, whether he's a helper and a teacher or something, I don't know. But yeah, obviously there's a child here, so I'm assuming the school setting, at least for the first episode, maybe. He's just like.
Yeah, it's very possible, but yeah, these are the 3 screenshots that we got from those supposed leaks from there. The initial name that popped up was this guy, which I don't have to censor him currently. So it's Itsuka Hyosei is his name, and looking at the profile with that first shot, I'm like,
that's the guy.
That's same guy.
I mean, obviously the hairstyle is different, but yes, obviously,
because obviously much younger, probably like a couple years younger.
Yeah. Can we just I want to acknowledge something really quick, like especially Toei, you got to do like an in-depth scrubbing or investigation
Mhm.
with like your leaked up part or like the the people who are in charge of these things, because like since end of Revice, right? Spoilers been coming hell like quick,
Mhm.
quick with it. Like
Oh
in
yeah.
weeks, we got an entire episode ahead of schedule, right?
Yep.
We had several. We had the final forms for a couple writers already debut. One of which premiered in a movie long after the show was over. We got like there are so many leaks that have come ahead of time. Gotchard, we got
But
the idea for
3 episodes. Gotchard is still has over a month left in it. But
Is this
3 episodes.
you
this
like
is like the Game of Thrones season 4 of like Kamen Rider?
yeah. I mean, obviously we know these episodes are recorded ahead of time. I mean, Gotchard,
Mhm.
Gavv is obviously in filming already. Still, they're probably like at least what to their 20s maybe or like 16s, something around there. So obviously they have a bunch of episodes done, and they're prepared to air them when they do. Because I think what the first episode's gonna be aired on YouTube with Gavv, right?
I don't know if they're going to do the
I
first episode for real, because they normally do it well after the fact.
Okay, but yeah, basically, as they have all these episodes ahead of time. So this guy, whoever it was, they put the videos on Premiere, so everyone could see that they were about to air, but they couldn't watch them for sure. Because if you could watch them, like, let me tell you, you'd be watching some Gavv right now,
Mhm.
probably somewhere. But it's kind of a funny thing to think about. Like someone could make this kind of mistake, and I obviously this was a mistake because there's no way Toei doesn't do their leaks like this. You know what I mean? They don't
Mhm.
leak like this.
Yeah, the leaks coming out of them have been ridiculous from this standpoint. The thing with this particular leak is that the slew of all the other fake shit came out like rapid fire. Like people on Twitter X were listing out who the lead actor was, rumored lead actors. Once again, that one name was the only one in which the face actually lined up with these screenshots, if these screenshots are indeed from those Billy leaks. But other people were listing other main, other actors as the lead, but I was matching headshots. I'm like, it's not this guy. It doesn't look like it's this guy. So I don't know with that one. There were rumors of an opening, so much so that eventually an opening got leaked out, but it was one of those AI generated openings.
Yeah.
Ah.
Also, the writer hasn't been confirmed yet. I know there's a ton of leaks about who the writer potentially is, but
Yeah, there's
no
names being
confirmation yet.
thrown at a wall right now. It's just spaghetti being thrown at a wall, and we're just seeing what sticks in terms of these rumors. But everyone's taking advantage of the fact that this came out so they can get the clout in terms of just listing what
Thumbnails
rumors they can
and
throw
all that
in
other
there
stuff.
and all that stuff.
Also, yeah, Gotchard did get leaked. We got a whole like idea for the suit and like the crew drawing thing way ahead of its release. So yeah,
We got all that, and then of course we had the one line art, well, the one picture of him doing the rider kick well ahead of time, which is what
and the
led to
punch. We know he has like
everything.
a punch that's blue. I don't know. It's such a weird, interesting thing to think about. Like how I don't know if this is like either incompetence or someone is just really upset inside Toei and is just like, I'm just gonna keep exposed.
Because this is not a controlled leak. Like usually
Yeah,
you could tell when something's a controlled leak. This
yeah.
was not intended to be
This is
out there.
definitely a mixture of either incompetence or someone just got into the wrong area and had too much power in like a matter of seconds and did something stupid. But yeah, it's for sure. I don't know what's been going on with Toei headquarters and Rider side especially, but their leaks have been atrocious, really
Yeah.
bad. And I don't I like I am a person that likes to get their leaks like I like them gradually. You know what I mean? Give us a little tease here and there. Don't give me like full on episodes. I don't want to see everything immediately because like now people are gonna start speculating and throwing leaks out that may not be true about
Look,
power up form.
for a
final
long
form,
time, I
speculation, and all
was
that stuff.
not in the leak territory whatsoever. Like when I took my sabbatical from social media for like a good 10 years, it was just watching Kamen Rider Sentai on my own, I didn't know what was going on until I saw the previews for the next episode. So I was legit like surprised in terms of what was coming up next. And I would say like those were good times. Those were simpler times. Those were happier times.
Oh yeah. But now we don't
everything is just like spoiler.
We had Gotchard's final form, what, 2 episodes? 5 episodes into the show? Something like that? Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's kind of, you're kind of ruining the fun of it. You know what I mean? Like getting leaks, like, you know, like the names and stuff ahead of time. All right. But when like we're getting leaks of like proper big events or big lead ups into the show way ahead of schedule, or like way before it becomes relevant in the show, it kind of like, all right, I've already seen it. I know it's a thing. So it's like, you kind of ruin the fun of it.
Now, I will say to a counterpoint, there is somewhat of an excitement when leaks are happening in like real time like this, because I got to tell you that morning, like after I put up that review and like just seeing the Discord going like, oh my god, this is getting revealed. It's like you're kind of getting away with like crimes or something. Like we're seeing shit that we're not supposed to, and we're just like, oh my god, how much can we get away with? I was like, how am I gonna go to sleep now? This is too exciting. I'm sobering up already.
But Zio, you got to remember, with the post-crime excitement comes the fact that like you also take it away from your experience of the show itself. Like
it's true. You're getting that dopamine hit, like, and then once the revelation happens, it's just like, I've been there, done that. It's no longer as hype as it used to be. But I will just say that moment in particular was like you were getting away with some shit. That's just
exactly.
Like, oh my God,
it's like,
can we keep going?
It's like, how bad did things get? Like, how much? Because like when I saw that, and I was just like, wait, did the episodes actually leak? Are there 3 episodes of Gavv right now that you?
Yeah, because I was just like, look, someone go. I don't care what leaked out. Just show me the opening credits. I don't care if they're in Japanese. We can run that thing through it, like image translator.
Names of everyone.
I can find out who the staff is, and I can get properly excited or disappointed. Just someone give me this. I was like out there, like, find this person.
But
give me this.
Find me Spider-Man. But yeah, it's obviously, I'm just saying, for leakers and stuff, like, it's cool, it's exciting, but it also, you can be in jeopardy of ruining the show for yourself if you're just going out there, just exposing everything. Honestly, some things really should be kept to themselves. Like, I wouldn't leak things just yet. Like,
look, all this leaked out just because John Toei got shot by Wild Deno during that one review of Boomboomger. That's why. That's why.
Also, we're now that like this is already leaked, we're already getting into like the predictions of like secondary writers next form.
Well, the thing is, it's like we've already heard the rumors of secondary writers like well ahead of time, even before we got the official photos of it, because we had known about, once again, Kamen Rider Valen, that, apparently is chocolate themed. So the candy bar and all that good stuff.
Valentine. Yeah. I'm saying it's just something I don't enjoy is like getting, like, it's not that I'm opposed to leaks. I like leaks, but I like leaks when they don't ruin or take the wind under my sails for a show. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just like.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, that leak culture is bad all over the place, because I would say, like, even in the gaming space, like, as much as I get kind of like, oh, cool, that's going to happen when it comes to, like, Nintendo Direct leaks, but then it takes away from the actual Nintendo Direct itself, and as a guy that, like, makes a sporting event out of a Nintendo Direct, and it's just like, let's go! Like, it sucks when it gets completely leaked out ahead of time.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
Which, again, that's the danger in itself of leaks, but it's like, but you can use leaks properly done can be used to enhance like the excitement for a show. Obviously, like, who wasn't excited to like watch some Gavv after there was like, guys, we got a whole episode of Gavv before we were supposed to. Holy shit!
I think everybody was so ready to move on from Gotchard. They were like, let's go.
I feel like that's how we felt like when that episode of Geats came out way ahead of time. It was like, holy shit.
Oh, you gotta do it. Are they gonna sub it? No, they're too scared to sub it. And I was like, I'll do it myself.
Put it in Spanish.
So it was rough. So, I mean, let's just go with the thought process of these screenshots that we have are indeed from the show. Let's just They could. I would say it's a toss-up whether or not
Just
these
say
are
the
legit
high
or not.
probability of being.
Let's just say they are. Then let me go share my screen again.
Mm-hmm.
Rank these shoes.
Ooh.
No. Oh, God. 3?
Like,
3 out of 10?
Yeah, maybe a 2.
I think if anything gives away that this is indeed Gavu, it's those fucking shoes. Because it's the exact color scheme.
The blue, purple, and yellow shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with,
no,
the gray.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of like what is selling me that this is indeed legit. Because ain't no way someone put that much effort in some shoes for something fake.
Wait, is that the back of his pants? Is that the white and black? Because it looks like it's connecting into. No, that's someone else.
No, it's that sketch.
Oh, it's a sketch. Okay. So
It's next one.
ranking Gavu's fit. What are you thinking? Like, what's the vibe of the show based on the fit? Because obviously,
he definitely dresses very, very comfy, like he's about to do laundry in like a very chic neighborhood, but he can't afford no laundry machine, so he goes out to the fancy laundromat.
Mhm.
So he's got to dress to impress when he goes out to that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the thing is, it's just like with how hot it is here in Georgia and just the world in general, this outfit's just completely too hot for me. Like this is too hot.
It's
I'm
cold
dying.
in Japan now.
I'm
It's
dying
cold.
just watching this man dressed.
It's cold in Japan right now, I assume. Or they got really good ACs.
Or they filmed this in December because they were ready to call Gotchard
December
back.
of last year. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously this gives a very comfortable vibe. Ryder's already looks like he's smiling, having a good time. At least he's not a child. Definitely like early 20s Ryder.
He looks older in like the first screenshot here than
that makes him look like
he looks
25.
Yeah, I would say so. And the thing is, I actually like it looks like he's rocking a hoodie with a baseball jacket over it.
It looks like baseball leather jacket or something like that. I like that. No, I like the jacket. I like the fit there. My main issue or only issue, I just don't like the pants. I don't like the super puffy baggy pants.
I guess it's just really to go along with the baggy shirt, the baggy hoodie. So
teddy bear kind of vibes, or like inflatable toy or like stuffed animal vibe. But based on the background itself, I think me and some of the other people were thinking definitely like kindergarten school vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because this is a very colorful set aesthetic in itself. And like I mentioned before, we've got like
the boots,
kids' shoes here.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe like this is like some kind of art center, maybe like a community center or something like that. I don't know if he's a helper.
I know someone in the chat mentioned earlier that one of the rumors is that he runs a candy shop, but this
definitely not a candy shop.
Doesn't look like a candy shop because I would expect this to be like a register, but it's just a regular ass computer.
Yeah, and I don't see any candy around anywhere.
Yeah, I don't see this as like a shop setting.
Then again, maybe this is not his own setting, but it looks very detailed enough that this would be like a proper base setting. So,
yeah, because there's way too much detail going on, even like in the upper part here. Like they got a lot of shit going on.
This is definitely like a main set we're gonna go back to, for sure. Yeah.
So maybe he is either a teacher at a school.
I was thinking a helper because he doesn't scream teacher, you know what I mean? But like I could see him as like
he could be like a teacher's aide, that type of thing.
Teacher's aide, maybe janitor. I don't know. Kamen Rider janitor.
Because the only thing that would be worse is if he's a pediatrician, because that's the last thing we need yet again.
Yeah, another doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Mark. I'm sorry, not Mark. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me tonight?
Mark is busy in Legoland.
I know. Yeah. I'm very tired. I apologize, Ash. I'm so sorry. Please, can you forgive me? But what are your thoughts on this? I know me and Zio were going around.
It looks colorful. It looks colorful. Like it is low quality, and I'll have to wait till I see it. But I do like the colors, the aesthetic, like the pastel colors. The shoes, weird.
So?
I'm sure they'll become a Bandai premium.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can we discuss this real quick? I like his hair in the first image. I don't like his hair in the next image.
Wait, which one's that?
It
So that's
looks
the next.
shorter and
That's like
it's-
bowl cut, and
Yeah,
then
very-
here
yeah,
looks wild and long. I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
maybe he
No, I like
changes
that one
his
as well.
with the fit depending on the hoodie, unless he has different personas depending on what hoodies he's rocking.
Ooh, maybe.
Ooh. That'd be
But-
interesting.
Yeah, overall, I don't mind this, especially considering Arc has this same like colorful, like over, like very upfront like tone as to it. So I think maybe because of Arc, I'm actually a little more excited for this like almost childlike theme to it.
Omega, I was thinking the same thing. What if these are two different people? But I'm like, the hoodie's the same, it's just different color. But looking at the part on the hair here, it's the same part on the hair here. When you style your hair a certain way for long enough, parts are just going to come like natural.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like hard to get away with that. But yes, the hair is a little bit wilder here, but this is a close-up shot versus this far away shot.
Also, look at what the guy in the first part is holding in his hand. Like that, it looks like one of the toys to me. Or a snack. I don't know, something.
Yeah, so I was looking at that portion of the hair because the hair looks to be the same length in both shots. It's just the fact that, different grooming.
Yeah.
It just looks like he might have done one of those moments where he's like this right before this, because the look on his face in this shot legit looks like he just did something like that. Yeah.
I really hope we see more of this and not the combed down hair. I don't know. That's just not my thing. It's giving me, honestly, that's giving me like early Heisei vibes, the hair and Grandma. But yeah, I do see the point. I do see like the thinking that they're two different people, because I don't know, like he does scream younger here than he does in Image 1, but maybe it's because Image 1 is closer up.
Yep. And it's from like a whole different angle. You get the flared nostrils and everything in that shot.
Yeah, like he's making a face so you can see everything tense up. Well, Image 2 is a little far away. All I know is I hope whoever's Image 1 is the lead writer. God, please.
That means the leak info. Well, the thing is, it's like I'm doing it so zoomed in and I'm moving it so much because I know some people are like, well, why aren't you censoring it right now? It's because I'm so zoomed in and I'm moving it so often. So
it's not,
yeah, the way that YouTube does a lot of their AI copyright strikes that just happen naturally is because they're looking for a specific image. But if you're showing chunks of the image and you're moving it fast enough, then typically it doesn't trigger it.
Is there like a little timestamp in the first image at the very top corner?
There is. It's like 2 minutes and 17.
And
the thing is, the other one's like 2:15, and this one is also 2:15.
So I'm guessing they're the same time, but if different episodes.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. So once again, if this was indeed from those 3 episodes specifically, and they were going based off of those auto-generated thumbnail images that would come up, then yeah, that's around the proper timestamp that they would try doing it for something that is 22, 23 minutes long.
If that's the case, then that looks like first image homeless/jobless. Second image, he found a job, and then third image is dealing with
kid issues at said job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're starting off with a writer who has no finance. Whatever.
I mean, second image could be from the opening song, but the thing is, it's like it's rare that it would capture a shot from the opening that wouldn't have credits all over the front of it.
That plus the opening.
This is Japanese openings. Japanese openings are riddled with credits all over the front of them.
Also, usually an opening, like the cold open, is like 30 to 20 seconds, and then you got the opening. So this is So 2 minutes, 15 seconds is enough time to be right out of opening. Like maybe like a 20 seconds or 10 seconds out of opening.
Or this could be one of those shows where we don't even get the opening for the show until like episode 3 or something.
Or like maybe like the music plays at the end or something. But yeah,
Whoever leaked this is trying to sabotage Gotchard. No, Gotchard sabotaged Gotchard. What's wrong with you?
all I'm saying, I don't know why I'm already more excited for this than I am Gotchard.
Because there's potential here because it's a new show. There's always potential with a new show.
Yes.
Gotchard had its time in the sun and it squandered it.
Absolutely.
This film is
So can 6 weeks pass already, everyone?
let's just freeze ourselves for 6 weeks and
yeah. Do what Kamen does in like South Park.
PTO, right, Cloudy?
Huh?
You got enough PTO, right?
Yeah, I got enough PTO.
All right, let's just submit some PTO, try and freeze ourselves, and then come back.
I had a whole sweet month of time off that I haven't used yet.
Then we can be like, oh yeah, look, Gotchard ended. Great. Am I gonna
someone
watch
pull
all
out
these last few episodes?
Listen, when I get out of the carbonite, you tell me.
No Boomboomger talk. I mean, what was there much to talk about this latest episode of Boomboomger?
We had Soup. There was a really good segment of Pink fighting with incredible music being like, I like the mix of the intro fight theme, like music playing in that moment.
I like the monster design.
Yeah,
that was
a very good monster design. I like we got back references back to episode 1 where Taya stole.
I'm still confused on how that man's job works.
Yeah, I guess they were waiting for him. He must be really good at his job.
They waited months to actually start him up.
Yo, listen, he must be really good at his job.
Yeah.
Really good at his job.
Look, even though we got the return of Bad Boyfriend, we didn't get the proper reason why Mira was getting married to another guy in that first episode when he was
that's what I want to find out.
Oh yeah,
we still haven't gotten that origin story.
They're like we didn't even know, but like, were they dating ahead of time? Like, were their parents setting them up? Like, was this prearranged marriage or some nonsense? Did she need the money?
Was she already engaged while this guy tried proposing to her? Like, what was going on? We don't know.
Exactly, we don't know. But yeah, overall, good, okay episode. We got the what do you call them? Broom D and what's his name? Opening up their cleaning shop.
Yes, their mobile cleaning shop, which is that's the only potential seed plant I see in that episode to lead to future arcs.
Yeah. Other than that, we know what's happening next episode. It's in the preview for next episode.
Yeah.
We're excited about that. Yeah.
Next week will be more of a discussion.
It actually looks very good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even when I did my review, I'm like, it's a good thing I doubled up because there was really not a lot I could pick from in episode 20 of Boomboomger. I was like, this is just
the episode.
They literally started the action very early on in the episode as well. So the majority of it was just re-emphasizing that Mira is just great at doing work.
Yep.
That's it.
And that, she's taken control of her wheel or whatever the hell.
I still don't understand what, within the press conference itself and this episode, they emphasize that Mira's the driver for the team, that she's the best driver out of them all. And it's just like,
we only got that.
Y'all haven't really shown me that.
Only in episode 2, and I guess 2 and 3, because it shows her driving school on Rainbow Road in 2 and 3, and they're racing.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just like all this talk regarding that, however, was proper setup for the BBG that at the time of all that was never really set up. And he hasn't really designated people's roles for the BBG yet.
By the way, now that we're episode 21 about to premiere, we're basically around halfway part of the show. What do you think of the pacing? What do you guys think of the pacing? Do you think we need to get into BBG relatively soon, or have you been enjoying the pacing as is right now? You're liking the fact that it's there's some lore, but it's, for the most part, it's pretty jokey. It's slow. It's not overloading you with content.
I wouldn't mind getting into the BG soon, because it's been a while. They've been hyping this up for a while.
I'll tell you what my issue is becoming with this show. And if it continues on, it's going to be a real problem. And that is setups to something that gets resolved within the same episode.
Oh, no,
because within the preview of this next episode, we get that Taya had this childhood dream to be a firefighter. Great. We've gotten none of that information in any of these other past episodes.
Yeah, there hasn't been any flashbacks to that.
And the same episode in which they're dropping this lore nugget is when he instantly gets the upgrade to 119.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I do not like when they introduce a plot thread just to instantly pay it off within that single episode. It doesn't give it time to marinate, proper time to cook. It's like the same thing with Sakito. When Sakito showed up, like everybody was speculating on what the hell that card meant. Next episode, it was just a card that he got from his friend.
Yep.
That was it. There was no real lore to it.
Yeah, even Boom Marine, right? Because there was like that whole, these are AI, they're not working, and Chachiro was like, I am frustrated that they weren't responding to him. Next episode, responds to him. I'm just saying, if this whole like Marine like being a little longer of a power up to get, like if they had build up to like that, I wouldn't have minded taking more than just one episode to get there.
Yeah, so like a build up to a power up or something like that should be something that feels earned. But that's the thing with the preview. I guess we'll find out once it's actually out. But does it feel earned? That's a whole nother thing. Is like,
we'll see.
I like it when a power up feels like it's earned for the person. Like there was a big build up for it. Like it's something that they were chasing around, and they needed it in order to propel the story feasibly forward. But I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I get where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from. No, I thought power-ups are earned and they're built up.
Honestly,
as a shonen reader, I get that.
I agree with you. And the funny thing is, one of the shows I think did like earning a power-up, or at least a build-up to a power-up, really, really well, is Power Rangers Mystic Force with the heart.
I mean,
okay, so Ash, like there was the whole map thing, getting the map from like the sword, getting the sword from the map to get the chest, finding the chest, opening up the chest, and then only for them to discover inside the chest there was an egg. By the way, this took place over like 10 episodes. Like, this was just happening in the background. And then there was the map itself was like a several part figuring that out, because it's like, if you just mirror the map, it'll give you the full image and stuff like that. And then after that, they get the egg. And then the egg doesn't even hatch for several more episodes after that. And then it hatches into the Reds. Really, I really like that battleizer. I like Mystic Force's battleizer. So I feel like that was like something that's always happening in the background and really well done. It may not be in the best of shows, but at least I feel like that's how a power-up should, be. Because it was an ever-present thing throughout most of the show until it built up to that. You know what I mean? It just didn't come out of nowhere.
So Muso said, was King Kuwagata Oja earned? Well, the thing is, Raculus was the one that busted it out first. And he kind of sort of like pulled it out of his ass, but then we found out later on that it was just something that he just had in his back pocket this entire time. But even then, like, he pulled it out, and technically, Gira earned that because he beat his ass to the point of getting it.
Yeah. I think definitely it was earned. I don't think like the introduction was well done for like the form itself.
Yeah, especially later on in how it was treated.
Yeah,
when it should have literally been one of those like team handoff power-ups, but it is what it is and whatever.
Hey, listen, apparently only that red button works. Only that red button works.
And even thinking to like Don Momo's upgrade, I mean, the Omikoshi Phoenix, it's Don Bros. They pull shit out of their ass all the time. But I mean, he technically died and came back to got the power up. So he earned it. He had to die. But yeah, in terms of this power up, I guess we'll see how it's executed. But right now, I'm kind of going into it kind of, how are they going to end up executing this episode? Because you're throwing in a seed plant that you're going to pay off immediately
in
the same episode. But out of curiosity, like, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, what's your stance on Boomboomger currently as a whole?
So the thing is, I'm enjoying it, but I really am hoping that they do the BBG at the halfway point, because it does, like, the 119 upgrade, I feel should have been something that was done when they're actually focusing on the Hashidian threat. When I think currently it's the Hashidians aren't doing too much. Cannonborg is indeed experimenting week to week. What that lead up or what that eventual payoff is going to be, I don't know. Right now, Cannonborg is who I'm following because he's indeed playing the realest long game out of them all. What he's doing right now has me interested because I want to know what the fuck he's cooking. Because he's lasted way longer than Mad Rex. Mad Rex lasted, what, 2.5 episodes?
I thought so. Like
3 or 4.
While Cannonborg has been out here for a
Cooking.
long run.
Yeah, 16 episodes or so.
Yes, just we thought that they were going to go through all these commanders, like, you know,
Mutter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah, and Cannonborg would be defeated, and then they bring in another one, so on and so forth, where we get stuck with just our trio, just overarching between different talking heads the entire time. But no, Cannonborg actually has stayed much longer than anticipated, and we do have the repeat of Boom Boom Killer Robo, and he's cooking up shit for it. But I'm just like, what's going to be the eventual payoff to this?
Yep. Also,
Can
like
we
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, can we talk about that voice performance from Cannonborg, like Orochimaru? Like how
Yes.
well that voice performance is. Like I freaking love it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe what the reason why he's staying long. He's actually like probably pretty well liked.
Yeah, very
Like,
high profile voice actor.
Voice actress.
Oh yeah, voice actress, sorry.
Yep. But I mean, they sell the role really well, and it's just like, I'm all about it, especially when they got their pose off when they make their introductions. Though in this latest episode, it was hilarious because when I rewatched the episode the third time, when in the very beginning of the episode, when Cannonborg shows up to talk to the guy while he's eating, his shoulder bumps into the pole and he just plays it off really cool. And I'm just like, no, I saw that shit. You bumped straight up into that beam.
Oh, and I would also have to say the comedy for the show has still been very on point.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's very light humor, but it does have its laugh out loud moments from time to time. So it's good on that front. But I'm just really like, we got to get more into this BBG aspect. And
also, what do you think of what Orbs just said in the comment? Do you think Cannonborg's upgrading Mad Rex in the background, like rebuilding him and stuff?
Well, one of my early speculations is that maybe because, like, whatever the Boomboomgers do, we see Cannonborg do something like right behind in terms of like the experimentation. It's like monkey see, monkey do, because even the steering wheel that we got on here comes after we get the introduction of Boom Violet, which uses pretty much a steering wheel for his transformation device.
Yep.
So a lot of that is, you know, the steps afterwards. So I'm guessing after we get 119, there's the potential that whatever Cannonborg creates next might be a physical modification of some way, shape, or form to someone else.
I see what you mean. But I think like what do you call it? We are reaching the steady halfway mark of the show. I feel like this is like, if any time, this is the time something needs to change. You know what I mean? Like I do like the status quo the Boomboomger has made. Like I enjoy its like formula. I'm liking what I'm seeing every episode for the most part. But I would like the stakes to come out. You know what I mean? Like give us something.
We do need advancement in plot, especially since Sakito ain't saying shit regarding the Hashidians and themselves, which is one thing that I'm like, he's got the info. And then he's just like,
I thought he was like,
I'll remember if I have enough of this curry.
I thought last week he was like, I'm all on board. Like, yeah, whatever you need, Taya, I'm in. We're helping you.
It's a little bit of a tonal whiplash because he goes from like, I'm joining the team to like, man, fuck that guy, but I'm still going to help him out. Because he's still like feeling some kind of way about Taya's like mightier than thou attitude and preaching to like giving people pep talks and shit like that. So I'm just like, the dynamic between Sakito and Taya is currently starting to fumble. Because I don't think Sakito had he had a good introduction, but the subsequent episodes after his introduction have been lowering the character in terms of a totem pole on how he is. Because once again, it's like even looking back at last year, Jeremy's execution was great
Flawless.
because you see how everyone else on the King Oger's team like treats Jeremy. So he kind of does his own round robin throughout everybody's nations. While that's usually the situation when you get the 6th introduction, you see how he plays off to all of the other characters on there. And technically, this latest episode was, I guess, a bounce between him and Mira, but that wasn't really the case. You didn't get any real bounce between him and Mira until the fight, and that was once again just teamwork while fighting. It wasn't the actual characters having meaningful interaction.
There's no him and Joe, him and Chashiro, him and Gemba.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of which, like, to compare, like, King Oger, I think, did like a 6th debut probably better than any 6th debut in years. Just in general, because like the 6th was technically always there from the very beginning, narrating the story, which was a very nice twist. Even when he debuted, like, you got to see him, he came on screen, he didn't transform. You didn't see that. And he didn't even transform until the end of the episode after, where we got to see what he could do. And boy, could he do some things with his own insert team as well.
Yep. Because I mean, we've had some lackluster introductions. I mean, I didn't care too much for Jiro's introduction, and it was hilarious how Jiro was introduced in Dombros.
But it was very abrupt, and him getting his powers was kind of like just, here you go.
And the thing is, so I liked Zox's introduction and Zenkaiger more than Jiro's, just because his fight right after was actually really good.
Also, he came in singing and dancing. Come on.
Yeah, that intro pop, that popped
that was
off.
Charisma right there.
So yeah, I would say that right now the execution of Sakito's team dynamic is very lackluster.
He doesn't, like, he's part of the team, but he doesn't feel part of the team yet. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't.
That's why if they had just kept him on board as just being the rival role that would just show up to the fights, but not actually being part of the team, which is kind of like how he feels, but they're just not doing it because it would technically take back his proper joining of the team.
Yeah, because he already agreed to join the team, and I'm like, if you had just kept them as like a rival to Taya and them just pushing each other forward, I would at least buy that as well, because they would also obviously be different factions competing in the BBG anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like,
because the thing is, it would make more sense with his dynamic because he does just show up onto the scene by himself, normally before everyone else. And with the latest episode, he interrupts the roll call by just trying to shimmy his way in there. That would have been great had they established that he decided to stay on board purely for the sake of being a rival.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like,
that second episode, once again, threw that out the window. Threw off that dynamic.
We've had, like, back to Time Fire here, we've had rivals to the main team that, you know, don't exactly necessarily join the team. You know what I mean? Like, they're just another competing force they're working on the side of good, but they're not, you know, they're not with the main cast. It takes time and you build up to that. You know what I mean? And it's not that I think he's a bad character. I think the actor is actually really good and he's doing a very good job with what he's been given. But I just don't think that I don't think they're implementing him properly into the show yet.
Yeah, and I kind of think that he's going to be sidelined in the future because I do feel that they're going to introduce another Boomboomger onto the team.
Most definitely. But
that negative space in the intro that I pointed out in my review, I'm just like, that negative space there between Joe and Mira when they're all by the car.
You're right. They scream someone flying. Yeah,
so, something's got to be there.
I agree. But I think, like, overall, I don't dislike his addition to the team. I just don't wish that they rushed him into the team as fast as they did. Because, again, good actor. I like the character. I like his character motivations.
Yeah, Shirabe. If Shirabe actually does become a member of the team, there's that. You know, that's another thing. Thinking back to it, when Sakito got first introduced, we see that the very end of that episode, we have that ominous scene of Shirabe making the phone call to the ISA about, Sakito having info that they need. And then it's the following episode is like, you want that info? Well, I don't know it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? Really?
And then the next time he's in public and they see each other, one episode ago, it's like, oh, I'm jealous that Bundi is out instead of I need answers from that man right
then
there.
Bundi's out as opposed to Bunrio's D's being in me.
Yeah.
Am I wrong though?
You
read that wish. You read the wish.
I know, the really long wish. Also, I do like there's no love triangle. I kind of I like that. It's just like, no,
that would
it's
have
not just any robot
dynamic.
It's like Bundi is specifically special. Sorry, not Bundi. Bandrio is specifically special to Shirabe.
Something about that Bundro, he just knows how to catch them all. Just knows. He just knows.
Oh yeah.
So what else happened this week? I think we got some more toys. We got some toy delays, and we got some toy.
Spider Kuminos Memorial.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did get the Kumino Slayer.
I haven't bought it yet because with Prime Day I bought the first 5 hardcovers of the Berserk collection.
Oh,
Yeah.
the $400 set. Did you also get the
Not the
$50
set?
You didn't get the $400 set?
No. I didn't get the 400. I didn't see that on special on Prime Day. They had like Volume 1 for sale, and I was like, I'll get the first 2. But I was like, but that only takes me up to this part of Berserk. I stopped reading Berserk right after the Forest Story arc, so I got all the way up to like where I stopped reading Berserk back in the day in hardcover form, and then I'm just going to buy them. Yeah, but no, I didn't know there was a deal on that.
Yeah, there was a couple months ago. There was like a whole massive sale for the hardcovers with like a cool little sword holder for it, where it looks like the sword's going through all the books.
I have to get that.
Yeah, it was like $420 on sale because it was $600 normally. It was such a good deal. Like,
$420, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did that on purpose. I don't really know. I don't remember the date.
I might have to get that. Because that would look really good on display.
Oh, it does.
That Mark isn't on because I saw that the Joker Rouser CSM also got announced.
Mm-hmm.
So more from Blade going on there, but they did delay a couple of toys. I think the Gavu revolver, if I remember correctly, that Memorial Edition ended up getting delayed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, mine arrived yesterday. So
wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, now I've heard it's got problems, so I don't know.
Oh, that's why they caught the issue early, and they were like, should we still ship that?
Not early enough, apparently.
Yeah. The thing is, like, because I got it from Toku Collectibles and it shipped all the way to Australia, that's going to be a fucking pain in the ass, middleman. Like, I don't know if I'll put batteries in it, because I just put them on display, because I don't want batteries in it, because batteries deteriorate over time and then ruin it.
Do you ever just like do it for like a little bit to hear the sounds and then that's it?
Yeah.
So is it going right next to the sunglass, the glasses cannon up there?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a gun, so you have to display the guns next to each other. It makes proper sense.
That is a nice Luffy figure.
He should get one of those like gun racks and then just put like the Sentai stuff on there.
I'm thinking about it with like the space in between.
Oh, that reminds me. I got one of my friends is getting a new One Piece tattoo.
Nice.
Yeah, they're getting if you know the sun on Jinbei's chest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like on their chest?
No, I think they're getting it like on their neck. But
all right, so let's browse Toku Collectibles and see what we got.
Good.
It's the perfect time to spend money.
Oh, it's the $20 cheap figures.
Yeah, you can get those Sophobies. Ooh,
you can get them like.
How soft is this one? God, that looks terrible. The toy, I mean, not the form. I like the form. I hate this toy.
I think, like, I know, like we always say that Toku collectibles can be a little bit overpriced, but I think you can get these for like $10 on
Yeah, Makari as well.
Hobby Link and Makari. Love you,
Yeah.
Toku collectibles. You have most of my money for the past couple of years ever since I started this new job, but
You getting this medical machine? Oh boy.
yeah, you can get the medical machine.
That's
for
cool as
Goku.
fuck.
Does it come with the figure of Goku in that?
Yeah, I don't know. Does it? Does it say that in the description? Goku figure not included?
If it's just the medical machine, hell no.
But I'm just like, but why would they have this particular figure? This is like a very specific figure of Goku.
Yes,
Don't
you would need
remember,
a very
like,
specific figure of
don't
Goku.
you remember like those 20 episodes for waiting for Goku to get out of
Yeah,
the medical
exactly.
machine?
Yep,
He was
and
just-
then when he finally does, it's like, oh, I want that body. I'm taking that body. Good old Ginyu.
Mhm.
this is the one that got me. These fucking belt buckles, $55.
Do you get all of them?
No,
No,
you
you
get
choose.
one. You choose which
That's-
one you want.
Oh, that's horrible. Why would I ever do that?
Because I was just like, okay, I'm kind of tempted. I might get like the Kabuto one looks terrible. I don't like this one.
Yeah, I think it's because like the metal they made on and the imprint, it does look a little bit
Higher quality.
yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, but even
I
then,
think-
like the proportions are off on several of these because Kiva adds
The wings would be bigger.
wingspan, yeah, are
Mhm.
terrible on there.
That
Of course,
hand,
the Kabuto Zector looks like shit.
you got the twin cyclone. You got the.
I'm
Mr.
sure-
The
Dog.
I'm
Zeku
sure-
driver looks a little too smushed on the sides, and God, the Desire driver out here, the handles extra small. They're nubs.
Oh, look, the icon driver, whatever the fuck that driver. That looks not as fat as it's supposed to. It's not as wide.
The Seiken sword. Why would they put this without the sword on the end? This looks so
Yeah.
off. It
That looks so
Wait, if that's the case, where's the bill driver? That's gotta look awful.
it's right
No,
there.
they put the bottles in it. Okay.
Yeah, they put the bottles in it. And I'm just like, why won't you put the sword on this one? The gamer driver looks disgusting though.
Where's that one?
It's
I'm
right
not
above
looking
it.
at this
Right
one.
above it. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
The hand one looks nice. I like that.
Now missed opportunity when it comes to the wizard belt and not releasing the belt that like Haruto actually wears in the show. That's just the hand.
Oh yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Let's see. What's the revive
Sengoku
one?
driver looks. I don't know why the double driver looks like it's a completely different color than the rest of them.
I think it's because of all the like shadows, because it seems to be the one that they had to like do the most like engravings on.
Yeah, it does have the most details out of any of the other ones, but damn.
Yeah, it's more engravings than the O-ring. God.
It's like, look, the belts look all right. If they ever go on like a flash sale, I would get them.
I thought you got all of them for 55, and I was gonna be like, that's
yeah,
a good deal.
no. If it was all of them for 55, sure, I would have a
Yeah.
belt for like several months. Just swap them out with my fit. I would never rock like the Gotchard one or shit like that because it'd be like, why?
It's a square. It's a rectangle. Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say there's probably like artists on Etsy who can probably
Make
do
you a better
better.
one.
yeah. There's someone that I knew that did Power Ranger ones, and I was gonna buy like a Mega Ranger one off them, or Mega Ranger one or a Zeo one off them, but I never got around to it because money.
I'll see if I can make like a mold or something and then get into doing that. I'll just make it myself. I've got a 3D printer that works.
Can we
now.
see that horrible chip form in like figure form? I want to see that. Oh, that's cool.
Oh my god.
Let's see the chip. It looks better. As
No,
a
it doesn't. Look at the texture on those chips.
Hold on, let me-
What chips would you want that have that kind of texture?
I'm not thinking of them as chips. I'm just thinking of looking at it as from an aesthetic standpoint. It doesn't look terrible.
That's one lumpy ass chip, Cloudy.
I know it's a lumpy chip, but I'm not looking at it as a chip. I'm looking at it as like a suit.
That looks like cheese now because of the texture.
Let it be. I will take this new cheesy rider. I will take it. Give me this over what we get in the show.
Then if that's the case, then I need the belt to be that Kraft mac and cheese dinosaur that we used to have back in the day. That mascot.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I still don't like the knees. Get rid of the knees.
I don't know why these are $135. Why are these $135?
So, firstly, do you know how many people have sent this to me over the past couple weeks?
Yeah,
You
but
know
I'm
how
like, I
many-
could just 3D print this out.
So many people have sent
Oh, but
this.
this apparently each slugger includes attack sounds, character voices, and BGM.
Yes. Well, funny thing enough, there was a guitar that you could have bought that had one of the sluggers on it. This was a long time ago. Oh, is that the Indian Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
SH Figure Arts for them. Yep.
Mhm.
The
More blade
Joker
stuff.
Rouser parts.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't buy that. I certainly did. Let's go talk.
Memorial Kumino Slayer. I'm not getting this. It doesn't come with the helmet.
I didn't get that for sure. I
Wait.
definitely didn't get that. What is that?
It's a
the
sword.
mods.
You definitely got it.
What? No, I definitely didn't.
It's a sword. You definitely bought it.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not in my possession yet.
Did your Garo Kens even come in yet?
Oh, let's not talk about how long I'm waiting for that.
How did I get mine so much more in advance than you?
I know when I'm getting them. I know when I'm getting them because I had to check them in. Basically, I found out when your package reaches a certain weight limit, you have to actually go
Pick them up.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see what else they got going on over here. You know, the other day, well, I was tempted to finish my King Oger mech, so I was like, oh, let me get that DX King Caucasus Castle. Sold out. They don't have enough collectibles.
You wanted the King Caucasus Castle.
I was just like, look, I got some money to potentially burn. Let me finish out my King Oger mechs.
What disposable income? Let's go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I need to finish. I wouldn't mind finishing my King Oger mechs as well.
That's an interesting plushie that I definitely won't get.
I never finished the Don Robber mechs either, and that's kind of sad. I never got Don Ochitai, not the Phoenix. No, not Don Dora Dragon on the Phoenix.
Yeah, I got those. The thing is, combining them together, I hate that mech because the posability is completely out the window when you.
Oh, okay then. Then I'm just happy. Maybe I'll get them separately and display them separately.
The Oni Taijin base problem is really good.
No, it's like
I might just get this Attack Sector and call it a day.
The only other mech I really like,
or this Kaiser Gear 2024 edition.
You like Kaiser?
Look, I like a lot of the Fi shit.
Alright.
Actually, I should just throw that money down on that pre-order for that Delta CSM.
I was about to say. I thought you were hyped.
I forgot about that. Let me see what's the price on that Delta CSM?
Money.
Full payment $270. That's not
monthly
bad.
payment $70. That's not terrible.
Yeah, $70. That's not bad because I'm currently doing the payment plan on the OG Caliber Zero Memorial Edition.
Oh, how many months you have left?
Well, just started on it, but it's like 75 that I got to put down per month on that one.
Oh, okay. That's not terrible.
Which I'm like, that's crazy considering that when I was doing the Next Fi's CSM, that one was only 50. Yeah, it was only $50 a month, but that was a higher product because that's what 350, 450, something like that was the belt.
I guess. I think maybe.
I think it's 450.
I guess because of the way that those were getting released, they probably thought it'd be better to just give you more time to pay it off or spread it out.
Yeah.
The thing is, this being a reissue of the original one,
this isn't the new. This isn't
this is literally a reissue of the old CSM.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So I just don't know if it's gonna have the busted up microphone where it can't pick up your accent. So most of the commands that you tell it, it won't be able to recognize.
I remember seeing Marcos play with it, and I wasn't impressed.
But otherwise, yeah, it's like I got that pre-ordered, and I got the Boom Boom Killer Robo with the Boom Boom Danger pre-ordered up.
Oh, nice.
Anyone getting that 03 unit?
No. Maybe.
Why not?
No. No.
That's
Nah.
a no that sounds like it's a yes, but you don't want to admit that you are getting it.
What? What? Gio, you're putting correct words in people's mouths again. Stop it.
Okay. Now this one I might get. I don't know.
Let me live with my regret. Okay.
I'm a little tempted to get it. It's not as cool as like the other Genmuso Gashat.
Oh
So I
yeah,
don't but it does have Hironobu Kageyama once again doing the vocal track.
Nice.
true. But I think the last one was really good. The one for what was it again? The Sephiroth form. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Genmuso.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that I got.
Yeah, that one was rad. I like that one a lot.
Otherwise, yeah, Boomboomger, like what they got. I'm still waiting for like the Memorial Blazar brace to finally be available, like in stock for me to buy. It comes out this month. So I'm like, I needed to come out so I can go ahead and just buy it straight up because I want it. Be my first Ultraman toy.
Question for the chat and the peanut gallery that is us, the people on the stream. Do you want to pad out the last 40 minutes we have to be here, or with the wheel, or do you want to just like keep doing this and see where we go?
Or we just stop early.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, doing this and see where we go. Stop.
Do you want bad Toku takes, or do you want us to just end it?
I know what they're gonna. Actually, I don't know what they're gonna say.
Yeah, we'll see. Do a poll because I just said a yes and it was a very vague.
I don't have the chat up on my end.
Okay.
Oh. Wait,
I
Orb,
have
can
to
you make
have
a
like
poll?
a pop out chat.
Can Orb make a poll? Or any of the mods?
I feel like bad takes. We really got to have Mark in there.
Yeah,
That's
we
true.
gotta have Mark.
It would be.
I think with just us, it's like we gotta like completely vibe off each other. So it needs to be a group therapy session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, Mark should not be excluded from this.
Especially if we happen to land on the blade questions that I need to land on him.
You're just like, how do I weigh the wheel?
Like I need the blade ones to land when he's here for him.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I think we'll wait until he's here.
Yeah. Plus, it turns into like a free 2v1 depending on where the topic goes.
That's true.
Also, if you want to submit any really bad Toku takes, just join the Discord server. It's on the link in the description of every single one of these videos. And there is a sub thread in, I think it's video ideas.
Yes.
That is bad Toku takes. No one's given me a bad take yet.
Oh, by the way, I need you quickly. Do this for me. Heisei 21 riders. List your order from 20 to 1.
I'm not.
Why?
You're taking away content.
That's content. When were you ever going to do that? You were never going to do this.
We were just talking about this in the beginning of the stream.
That was, yeah, but that's reacting to someone's doing it, not
and
your
then
own.
Eventually just do out my own. Fine.
Give us your top 5, because at least everyone knows what those are. In order.
Ooh, in order?
Yeah, because we know it's in up there. But just give us an order.
Right now it would probably be
start at 5.
Kiva, Kabuto, Kuga, Agito Faiz.
Okay, that didn't surprise me at all.
Sometimes Agito and Faiz swap places, but it depends on the flavor of the week. Sometimes Kabuto comes up a little bit more. Sometimes they all like hover around. It just depends on the flavor of the week.
Fair enough.
But they're all Heisei 1.
Here's the other thing for everyone there. One, Mark's gonna be pissed because Blade wasn't in it. Two, those were probably the most expected answers I was ever gonna hear.
I mean, if you know me, you already know what my
exactly.
answers are gonna be.
It was not surprising what was in your top 5.
And look, as good as Blade is, I would say that the latter half of Blade is the superior part of Blade. Now, if you know anything about the history of the show, it kind of went through like a writer's mix-up for like a good portion of it. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing for like a good chunk of time. And that slow burn in the very beginning is a very dramatic slow burn that you have to muscle through just to get through.
But it does have a really good first episode, I would say. The opening episode.
No, that's the thing. It's like it has a fantastic first episode, and then after that, it's like, what happened? What is this show? This is not the same. What?
Because it opened up with just straight action and beatdown. It's really good.
Let me see if we got proper images to the Gavu listings. Go new pre-orders. Also, why is this $1,250? It's a 1/4 scale statue. Okay, that's pretty goddamn big.
It's so you can be that guy that'd be like, I got that 1/4 statue, bro.
That's something Mark would pull.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is, I love original Amazon. And they got it for fucking BioRider as well? Shit. Doesn't look as good as Amazon, though.
Listen, if that was Robo Rider, that would hit. That would hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they might be updating listings, and you might see it soon as well.
My money. My hard-earned money.
It's like, let me see. What's unknown projects? They got anything going on here?
They do. Oh.
Ah! Why?
Shit.
Why? All right, good. Let me pull up the credit card.
Oh, it's sold out. I'm sorry, Cloudy.
Ah!
You're lucky. You got lucky. Your wallet got lucky.
No, it didn't. I could have afforded that.
No.
So I guess they were out for a bit.
I didn't even know those were a thing. They look great.
Oh my god, I'm trying that.
I want it.
All right. So for Gavu, what do we got? We got
The driver.
belt, the driver, $80.
Henshin belt. You get the Henshin belt with the holder set.
Guys, don't buy it now. You know this thing will tank in price like crazy post show.
Especially from other outlets selling them.
Yes. What was it, like $40? If I'm correct, you could pick up the Gotchard driver or the Geats driver for.
Yeah. Also, if you go through like Amazon Japan, it's like even with the shipping, a lot of times it ends up still being cheaper than this.
Yeah.
Gavu Blade and Gochi Speeder. I've not seen this in toy form yet. This is the most bike action we're gonna get in the show. How much you want to bet?
What do you is that? You think that's the actual bike? You think that's the actual bike?
Yeah, I think it's the bike that we're gonna see more often in the show.
Probably on the sword.
I like how it's a little like shopper bike, not like a sports bike.
Wait, that it really does look like a, what do you call it? The rollers, like the steam rollers.
And now I see that the hands actually come off the sides. It's weird.
I mean, I don't dislike it. It is actually kind of cool. I would. That is a really nice like pose piece, if you know what I mean. Like the practicality of it being a weapon, no, but I would pose that.
See here, we got all these other.
Oh, the chip sword.
Gross.
Oh, nice.
$45.
$45. It's not even a memorial.
It's literally a hunk of not even plastic. It looks like it's just straight up cardboard or just wood that's shaped like it.
No, Zio, it's made of chips. It's made of.
But Cloudy, you love swords. You're gonna be getting that.
Hell no. Hell no.
You're getting that complete style gigantic on the Zaku Zaku chip slasher.
I'll make you a deal. If they ever do, which I doubt they will, I'll get it. But wait, I'm just curious. Wasn't the chip monster yellow? Why is it red?
This one looks to be a different one. That's just a sword.
Oh, is the sword the red?
I'm thinking it's very similar to like, remember when he was doing his kick and punch? It's the same popping gummy, but just with a different color to it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was multiple popping gummies.
Yeah, so for this one, it looks like probably when he's summoning the weapons, it's different kind of chip.
So, like, what do you think?
This one does look to be a spicy chip. Look at the fire on there.
Do you think like it's the same thing, but it just changes form in suit, or in show, or do you think it's like actually a different thing in like tangibly in the show?
It could be that they either come in sets or that they physically change, and then he just pops it back into the belt to summon the weapon.
Okay.
There's the chocolate chocolate. There's a white chocolate gun.
Oh my god, ebony and ivory.
Oh yeah.
So is it literally one side is white chocolate, the other one is dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Is it specific? Because it looks like you're right.
Because the thing is, the way that they have it shown makes it seem like one side is white chocolate.
Yeah, that does look like it. Oh my. I mean, it looks better than I thought it was.
I mean, it's literally a PNG that's slapped onto a piece of plastic, so...
True, but it's not as, like, oddly proportioned as I originally thought it was going to be. Although, I don't know where the trigger is on this. There's no trigger.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. So the white blended in with the background. I couldn't see it.
But this thing having two chocolate, like, sides to the gun makes it more plausible now for the Valen rumors, because if they're supposed to be based off of chocolate, then that means this gun's going to go to them.
Maybe. It could be the same gun.
Or maybe they are a white chocolate variant.
So, you think dual-wielding guns, or is it just one? I mean, the image we saw is just one gun.
It was probably one for now, two later on as the upgrade.
Maybe. I mean,
they get that king size. They get that king size bar.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, I like that there's multiple uses to each form, and it's not just like one gimmick or like one thing. That's actually kind of nice. So, yeah, surprisingly, chocolate gun not as weird as I thought. Is that the candy store?
It's Nintendo Labo.
Oh,
you put it together and it's what shoots out the okay.
Oh, is it the holder? Is this the holder?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it yet, so I guess
you can't really display it, so you just put it in a box and you just shit it on out.
No, you can display them. You can easily display these.
Well, the individuals, yeah.
I'm still not a fan of that driver.
I'm not either. We'll see once we get the transformation sequence with it all and what kind of visuals they throw in there. Which should be a tier list on its own, is like who had a really good transformation sequence, including like the visuals that went into it and what popped in and stuff.
Reiwa only or just in general?
Just in general, but I feel that it's become a lot more prevalent in, well, late Heisei 2, definitely a lot more prevalent, and in the Reiwa and stuff. Because I'm instantly thinking of like 0-1 with the grasshopper coming down, even if you go back to like build with the entire like molding coming out and pressing onto him.
And even the bottle one as well.
Revice with the chat box between Iki and Vice going back and forth between each other.
Yep.
And then they transform.
Well, X-Aid going from like bait level 1 to level 2. That's a pretty cool one.
So yeah, they've got listings for other stuff here, but we just haven't seen anything else, literally looking at the names, they legit say DX Henshin Gun Valen Buster and Kamen Rider Valen Complete Narakiri set.
Kamen Rider Valen complete, not a key. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I guess Valen is indeed going to pop up way early into the show if they've already got toy listings.
So Valen, it's got to be Valentine, right? Right.
Yeah.
Or I'm expecting like some kind of floral theme, female rider maybe. What do you think?
I don't know if it's supposed to be chocolate themed from the Go, and it's the Henshin Gun Valen Buster, and I'm thinking it might be a retool of. Well, it could be like a box of chocolates.
All right. Is there a whole thing maybe just different chocolates, different kinds of chocolate?
It could be.
That you're like raspberry filled chocolate. Your dark chocolate. You're like orange chocolate. White chocolate.
Could have. I mean, even looking at the other ones that don't have images here, yeah, we got the Kaking sword, which is the Cake King sword.
Please,
but I'm like the way it's written, it looks like Kakin.
Yeah,
Kaking.
Be careful saying. Yeah, say that. Be careful of that.
Get the Kakin. There you go.
Wasn't that a character from that Rider film? Not Rider, but it was like a superhero film. Like you showed it to us once.
But
that character's name was Dick King.
Yes. We got the Gavu phone, which we'll see if that actually ends up being useful within the show itself.
Probably gonna be like a 2-time use, like Revice thing, and then never again.
Actually, Revice used it more than what we used it in. Well, because we got the one phone in Geats.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got my phone in Gotchard.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that was used 1.5 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Build used its phone more than any of these.
King Oger used their phone more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Because they actually used them like actual phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were Skyping and chatting.
Yep. Even though that was an accessory just on their suits.
Yeah.
All that tech from 2,000 years ago. Just hey,
they updated that. They updated that shit.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's still people that want to fight me on the logic.
Did you think there were sunglasses 2,000 years ago? Nah.
Just saying. All right. So I think that's it. I think that's all we got.
Yeah, I'm good. Unless anyone else has anything they want to share.
We don't got much.
No, not really.
I mean, it wasn't a slow news week, but we got through everything pretty quickly, I guess.
Pretty quickly.
We did. I mean, the biggest news chunk was literally the Gavu episodes just coming out so early.
And even I missed that.
And the Pokemon stuff. Oh, sorry, not Pokemon.
Yeah, what Pokemon stuff?
Power Ranger
stuff.
My bad.
It's like, what did we get? Like some ZA like shit that we didn't know about? What?
Yeah.
No ZA leaks.
I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
I'm excited though. I want to see that.
Hopefully soon, because Nintendo does their own. Pokemon does their own direct every now and again.
With the sales going on, I'm just like, look, there's other games I got to look forward to and stuff. We got Gundam Breaker coming out next month.
Gundam Breaker? You guys keep talking about it. Is that
Overwatch
for Gundam?
No, it's kind of like an RP. How do I put it?
So think of it like the Muso game. So like your standard beat 'em up games, except as you beat up enemies, you get their Gundam parts, and you can build your own custom Gundam.
But it also depends on the quality too. Like you can't.
So it's like Armor Core, but Gundam. Yeah.
Essentially, yes. But you can customize a lot on there. The color scheming as well, just like Armored Core.
Your Ultimans and all that stuff.
What's coming out? Maybe I'll check it out.
It's
Steam.
the end of August. I think August 26th.
Yeah. Just pick it up.
If it's on Steam, that's the best way to play it. I'll get it on Steam.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the best way to get like multiple
But since I also saw that Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth went on sale because of the Prime Day stuff, I snatched me up a copy of that as well.
Ooh, you're gonna have yourself a good time. Infinite Wealth is
Yeah, I'm
really
still
good.
playing through 5 and I'm miserable. I'm up to the snow area and I realize I'm more than halfway through the game and
Look at the bright
it's
side. You're gonna eventually get to 6. 6 is really good.
yeah, but I know what comes next and I've read what's come next and I'm not a fan of that. I feel like the story's going to take a nosedive in pacing
Oh yeah.
after that. But then again, that feels like the story's move. Like I understand those games can move slow. Like my friend Mason, he went to Japan. He went to Sotenberry.
Yep.
Yeah, he went there, and I was like, he's like, now I want to play the Yakuza games. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he's like, I get a message from him while I'm at work going, oh my god, why is there so much talking in this game? I was like, yeah, I should have warned you about that. This game's very dialogue heavy.
I
So I
always
think
think of
he's
it more as like a movie. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm
that's what I
really
see it as
excited.
well. But I feel like even if because I feel like I did play, I went from like 7-0 to like 5 now, and I feel like I might be burnt out because I've played through most of them, and
I would take your time finishing it up.
yeah, I'm finna take my time with 5. I'm playing other stuff in the background, like the Mad Max game, and
That's why we
like
need more
Hooping
details
Up
on that live action show for Yakuza.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you planning on ever getting Ishin and I guess the man who erased his name?
Yeah, that's on Game Pass. Ishin, no, Ishin, no, Ishin maybe, but Man Erased His Name is on Game Pass, so I'll probably get that.
Okay. It's a fun one. It's not like crazy, but it sets up Infinite Wealth very well.
Well, yeah.
No, I don't.
Zio, if I would recommend not maybe not getting Man Who Erased his name, but watch a playthrough of it before you start Infinite Wealth. It will at least help you understand what we're dealing with.
Okay.
I mean, you can do whatever you want at the end of the day. It just helps get a grasp on it.
Right now, I'm just debating. I don't want to, so I'm not. I'm not going to debate on that. No, there's no need to.
Debating on what?
The gold-plated Don Oni Taijin.
Please don't. Just don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Don't look.
It's $275. I don't know.
It's too gaudy. What are you gonna do with that? You already have.
Spit on
one.
it. I was gonna give it that hawk tool and just spit on that thing.
You don't need another one. Not a gold gilded version. Like, do you really need a golden Oni Taijin in the corner?
To show off, yes.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm just like, but the Zanglass sword, which I don't like myself, is also in stock and it's $100 less.
I have
I
it
could
right
just
here.
get that.
It's right next to it.
Same thing with the Ninja sword. But then again, who is this Don Murasame character, and what would they provide? Two things besides hitting best character in the show with the truck. Just say.
I have both of those things. One of which is in arm's reach.
Also, I'm also shocked that they still have those Airfly like glasses in stock in Toku Collectibles, and they're still $210.
No one's gonna buy those. Actually, someone's gonna buy
those. And
those.
it's only the Kiji brother ones. Those are the only ones they can't get rid of.
Really?
No one wants the Kiji brother one.
I find that funny. If people were willing to buy the jackets, you're telling me they wouldn't buy those glasses?
They were like, nah, he did things. He snitched on Tsubasa. They snitched on that man.
Man's a rat.
So it's probably because he's pink, and that's it. There's a bias towards it.
Really? I think pink's a fine color.
Do you rock pink in your regular life?
Button downs, yes.
I don't. So
I think I have maybe one pink tank top. That's about it.
I think I've got like one pink shirt or one pink button up as well.
Is it the Vegeta one?
No, I think it's got flamingos on it.
It should be the Vegeta one.
I've seen that Vegeta one on like Instagram stores that you can get, and I was like, do I want to get it? Maybe.
Gotta get it. Let me see. Where can I find it at? It is available on Amazon.
Oh.
Legit pink Batman shirt.
No.
$26.99.
Let me check Australian.
That's actually not a
Amazon.
bad price for the shirt. They got a medium.
They do have medium. Because that's also what I wear, is a medium, so.
I like it.
And it is Prime eligible, so you could get it.
Oh, yeah, knowing me, I'll probably get it 2 minutes after the stream's over.
Yeah, like you order it now, it's just like, oh, my Batman shirt's on.
Oh, hey guys, Batman shirt's here.
I can see it, but it's I don't know. Send me the link for your one. See if I can find it on like Amazon
Just
Australia.
search Vegeta pink shirt.
Oh, okay. I typed in Batman shirt.
Yeah, that's literally how I found it. Just Vegeta pink shirt.
Want to do the outros, everyone?
All right, Cloudy. So what you got going on?
Nothing except in my life where I'm incredibly busy and overworked and tired and sleepy.
I get that. I also had someone again quit in my job, so I am back to doing the daily trips to Florida starting next week.
I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but I did write a new script, and I really want to try to record it at some point to just drop a video because I haven't done that in a month. I'll do it.
Samurai or Sausage Party, which is better? Sausage Party.
I already have Lukeman working on the thumbnail.
Oh, nice. So I know it's going to be very tasteful.
No, it's in fact going to be incredibly disgusting.
That's what I'm meaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ash, what you got to promote?
Me, what have I got to promote? I've got, let's see, I've got the complete saga of Go-Go Power Rangers coming out. I'm hoping I want to get it out by the end of this week or the start of next week. But that's almost done. I got to record that. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 122 is out on a Wednesday. Look forward to that. The second last episode before the comics end. And yeah, I'm just doing weekly reviews on freaking Boomboomger. Maybe I'll talk about Ultraman Arc because it passed the first 3 episodes, so maybe there's something to talk about there.
There
definitely is.
Good. It's really good. Generally.
But yeah. Apart from that, just doing the same old.
All right. Musa Muteki, Masked Rider is superior to Power Rangers Samurai. I will just put that out.
Is that your nostalgia talking, or is that
no? It's literally because rewatching Saban's Masked Rider, last year or whatnot, when we watched it had moments that were at least so bad they were funny.
Not with Samurai when it's just like it's a retelling
Samurai
of Samurai,
just has
but
moments
worse.
in which I just lose so much of my soul.
You just have to compare it to
look, what is the point of Bulk and Skull's son? Because they keep talking about samurai. There's no proper allusion to why they want to be samurais. They have barely any interaction with the Samurai Rangers, but they were already trying to be samurais before the show even started, which makes no goddamn sense.
See, what had happened was Bulk started watching a bunch of anime, and then he got really into it, and he was like, "Bro, I want to be a samurai." In Japan.
No.
In New Zealand, American Samurai.
That's part of that show, though. You gotta.
But I gotta deal with more of that shit tomorrow. So,
what episode are you on, if I can ask? Because I'm either sleeping or
we are on episode 12.
Oh, okay then. Are you gonna watch Clash of the Red Rangers? The
way that I acquired it had all of them listed on there, including the specials as episodes. So potentially yes.
Okay. Cool. You just don't know when it's gonna happen.
Correct.
Okay.
You usually watch stuff in order when they come out. So when you get to the end of season 1, I believe, is when you watch that special.
Yeah. What's the end of season 1? I think it's episode 20.
Because I think there is a Christmas special and all that stuff that I saw that was included in there as well.
You don't
Oh.
oh yeah, they do. That's the start of the Neo Saban era where they do a Christmas special and a Halloween special that they tack on.
Yep.
They're meant to be like in the middle of the episode, but they tack them on at the end for some reason. But yeah.
By the way, if you've already noticed this watching Samurai, but Samurai is 1-for-1 Samurai, but worse. Sorry, Shinkenger, but worse.
1-for-1 Shinkenger.
Yes, it is exactly 1-for-1 Shinkenger, but worse.
Definitely worse, especially like if you know the plot twist at the end. You know, so some of the scenes just don't hit right. Like, why is Jaden feeling some kind of way about essentially not being the truth? He's still one of the Shiba clan member. He's still part of that bloodline. It's not like Takeru and Shinkenger, which had no blood relation to the actual Shiba clan. So the effects of it, because that was literally what happened last week, was we started getting like those seed plants in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
for Shinkenger and Samurai.
But I'm still like, nah, that just doesn't. The impact of it shouldn't weigh that heavily on you compared to how it does for Takeru. And that's just BS. So,
yeah. You get the Super Samurai, you're in for a wild ride.
Oh yeah,
boy.
Especially towards the end. Oh boy.
Not ready for that shit. But also all the roommate stabbing jokes that we've been making throughout the entire time.
Roommate stabbing?
Oh yeah.
Because Decker.
Yeah, Decker's played by Wild Force Red.
Yeah.
Yep. All the times that he's out there with his Uramasa and he's narrating certain scenes with the sultry voice that, struck his roommate in the chest.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Look, the Twitch streams be wild and crazy, so check those out. Going live tomorrow.
I feel like when you get to the twist of Jaden and Super Samurai, maybe have a highlight. I know you're not like a highlights clip guy, but I feel like maybe.
But people in my community definitely do make highlights of every damn
thing. You may want to clip that. I'm pretty sure I want to clip that.
I feel like there could be some. I feel like there can be some golden nuggets on YouTube if you put that on there. Just find a way to censor the Saban clip. But yeah.
I think all he has to do is just focus on his face. Like if we just zoom in on your face while you're reacting to it, that's it.
I could. And that's it.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you had some of the reactions you've given to watching clips has been gold. I remember we still have that image in the Discord of like your eyes bulging out as you're like looking at the screen.
Yeah. So sometimes just there's shit you just can't fake. It's just like those real-time reactions. It's like, oh my god, why am I on camera right now watching this? What is going on?
What is my life?
It's just like that's what we come to.
Oh god.
On a side note, I did because I got paid. I ordered some new flavors of Rogue Energy, so I'm gonna check those out and see how.
You should too. Use shopping code ZOAGITO. Or whatever it's called.
Just are there cats fighting outside? Oh my god, I hear it. No, so I got like their pre-cans that are the strawberry flavor, but then I got, because this one's not in can, it's the powder, but I was really curious about it because I can't eat bananas on keto. So they got a strawberry banana flavor. And I'm just like, this sounds like it's super hot fire. So I got to try this shit out.
And it was?
No, I don't know yet. They're coming.
Oh, you haven't got it yet.
I'm waiting for them to arrive. I'm excited. I'm going to be hopped up on energy drinks for like a bit.
So now that you got the powder, you can definitely have some.
Now that I got the powder, wow. Okay.
You didn't have to take it there, but you did. I just want you to know that you didn't have to do that. You did that.
No one just says now that you got the powder like that.
You had context for it.
Now that you got the powder, you got the power.
But yeah, if we haven't already, go join the Discord where tons of people watch stuff all the time and say crazy things in the chat.
There's constant watch parties going on. If it's not me, it's someone else. Whether or not someone's rewatching another old show of Toku, or people are venting over watching the latest episode of Acolyte or something like that, or you got
The Boys,
or or you got folks that are watching Sausage Party, the series, or Iron Chef, things like that. We just be doing it on the server, even though you might not see me talk as often because sometimes I'm just on the road so much that you just see me in VC.
Still there. But you can also watch me watch some shows, marathon style, like when I watch all 100 episodes.
You haven't done that in like months. So unless you're about to start something off soon.
I am.
All of Go Ranger?
No. God, what, you want me dead?
I'm going to say.
No. Jesus Christ.
All of Ninjago?
Zio, I would die. The show's got like 25 seasons.
And a movie.
A really bad movie.
How about every episode of MASH?
Mashal? Or
no, just MASH.
You know.
No. You maybe Megas XLR.
How about every episode of Seinfeld?
No. Why would I do that?
There's like 200.
It's like not even Toku related.
How about all the episodes of One Piece starting from episode 1?
I've already watched. I'm caught up with One Piece. I'm on.
Nah, just refresh yourself. Start back from episode 1.
Hell no. To the no. No. Hell no.
I mean, it's not like y'all haven't watched anime in the Discord server anyway.
Oh no, we still do.
Yeah.
We're watching Shy. But no, Jesus Christ. Yeah, last time I watched a marathon show, it was the original writer, and it kind of drove me crazy. I can't listen to the original writer intro anymore. Just so you know. It brings back too many memories.
Good memories?
No. You know how many child death was in that show? No.
It's Showa era, so
yes.
Showa kind of is. You know how Ray was all about like parent issues? Showa is all kids dying.
Yes. There was a lot. Very depressing. Anyway, but yeah, just come to Discord if you want to watch stuff or watch people watch stuff that makes them in pain, or rank your favorite writer shows that will get judged by the Discord.
Either way, conversations be happening, and yeah.
There are laughs to be had.
That's how it goes. Anyway, we'll catch you all next week, where if it becomes a slow news week again and we got everybody on here, we might go and tackle some more bad Toku takes. But if you've got some bad Toku takes of your own, once again, join that Discord server, get into the bad Toku takes subsection of video ideas, and you can submit your bad Toku takes. They better be really bad takes. And not just X is better than Y and whatnot, aka like controversial opinion. This show that everyone thinks is shit is better than this show that everyone thinks is great. No, that's there's no nuance to it. There's no substance. Make substance.
Give like an interesting bad take, like a tape like maybe that's like commonly acknowledged, but like no one really thinks about.
Yeah, like the equivalent, the sort of the counterpart of Griffith did nothing wrong, but in Toku.
Oh, by the way, there's like a section of fans that are like Griffith and Guts will forgive Griffith by the end of Berserk, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because Griffith did nothing wrong.
I hate those people. I'm just like, who are you? What did you do? Who hurt you?
Maybe we should get Zio to watch Berserk and see if he can come to the conclusion at the end of the Berserk 1997 anime of Griffith did nothing wrong.
That's the only good one, and I don't know if you want to.
I haven't seen anything Berserk, so yeah, I literally have no context.
Yeah, nice. It's by the way, Zio, if you ever watch Berserk, read Berserk, or get caught up to it, and you can say the sentence Griffith did nothing wrong with like Ash just did, wow, you are messed up in the head.
No, I don't agree with those takes. I just think it's a funny take.
Oh no, I absolutely do too. People like that, I'm just like, when you genuinely believe that, I'm like, what? Where? How? How do you think that's right?
2016 isn't that the one with the janky 3D like the CG where they move like
but it's the movies. It's you're not like not the anime. It's like the 2016 movies.
No, 2016 show. The movies came out before that. Yeah.
Oh, you want them to watch the 2016 show? No, they've got the.
I just remember all the memes that came out of like
the
those
frying pan sound effects. Ooh.
Yeah, watch the original Berserk anime. It's really good.
Yeah, the PNG skeletons in 2016. Oh god.
All right. Well, we're out, guys. We will catch you next time. Hopefully, the stream does not mess up like it did like a couple weeks back. But let's see. Until
Hopefully
then,
we're not live spewing all our secrets.
exactly.
Bye.
We be saying some shit.
よっ日本一